Welcome to episode 21 of the Gilded Roleplay Sky King's Tomb, also known as Session 33 by Jordan Reckoning. I have to say episode and then session because there's 21 episodes, but this is our 33rd session. When last we left off, some stuff happened, which is technically true, which is the best kind of true. Jordan, please recap. My brain stopped.
We did weeks
from that one guy. Sorry, that X1X guy X?
Yeah. Yeah, we spent a couple weeks in the city doing things.
Mm-hmm.
We met up with Jirelka, who was getting released from prison.
And isn't old.
Is not nearly as old as you thought.
Nope, not that old. And we told her that we need to go find a big worm, and she wants to find it and kill it. So there's that.
Yep.
Then we went and had ourselves a Harrow reading, which
so
told
we can
us
see the future.
A little bit, but not much. We're on the right path, essentially.
Yeah.
For now.
Yep.
Then we did some more working in the city, and we had a deposition about the crime that we witnessed.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're leaving.
We all agreed mutually, without consulting each other, to rat out Tuam now that she's had time to get out of the city. Like, it wasn't exclusive, we'll let you free for forever. We weren't
gonna murder her there and then.
No. And we let her get away, and she's had like a month to figure it out. So, like, at this point, not my problem.
Yeah, like 3 weeks. She can get pretty far in 3 weeks, I assume.
Probably. I mean, in general, one can get pretty far in 3 weeks.
It's magical. It's a magical world out there, my guy. Like, you can go as far as you want.
So, it is now 24th Rova. You had been told that you can't leave the city until the end of the month. There are 30 days in Rova, so you're kind of a week ahead of schedule. And I believe Archie wanted to take this day to finish his crafting, so as not to have to spend the gold to finish early. And in the meantime, Baroom and Grom, you were going to go do some shopping to get ready for the expedition. In that vein, Jirelka would have a number of recommendations for you. Namely, she suggests lightweight flexible armor and small thrusting weapons to use in narrow tunnels. Enough food for the trip, which is a 2-week journey each way.
I got something for that.
Okay, cool.
I can survive to subsist.
Right. Water for 3 days. She says that there will be plentiful opportunity to replenish your supply.
I can do something with that.
Great. You just cast Spout.
I just cast Spout.
Yeah.
Suddenly water.
Yep. Oh yeah, your timber doesn't make food for Baroom anymore.
Nope.
Womp. Rope, climbing gear. It says here antitoxin in case of attack by venomous creatures. There's no such item as antitoxin. Hey, we got a follow from Skull's Muggery. Welcome to the Gilded Troll.
Welcome to the Gilded sub.
But they're not subbed.
Oh, fine.
It's
Gilded Troll, whatever.
It's a follow.
I'm not listening.
Clearly.
No. Like, literally, I'm not listening to the sound. The notification sound isn't a thing.
Right. But yeah, she recommends antitoxin in case of attack by venomous creatures, but there's no such item as antitoxin, but anti-venom potion is a thing. And it's a level 2 potion, which is weird.
Yeah, did not take that one.
And then lots of healing resources she recommends. She also points out the value in having cold iron weapons when it comes to combating Fae, which there's probably going to be a lot of that.
So we have...
But also, Fae will react poorly if you are openly wielding cold iron weapons. So preferably they're cold iron weapons that can be stowed or hidden easily. She recommends a dagger.
Are you shitting me?
How large does something need to be? Like I guess, like, is there cold iron sling bullets?
I don't see why not. Cold iron ammunition. Let's see.
I mean, if I hadn't just fucking sold them last session, we could have cold iron arrows.
You did not
didn't
sell them.
Where did I put
has
them?
They are in Fetch's bag of holding.
Fetch has
spacious
them.
pouch.
Fetch has your bow as well.
Right, because I wasn't good at the bow anymore, so I went, throw this somewhere else.
I'm updating Fetch's bag of holding to be spacious pouch.
Could Fetch, or sorry, is it like within bounds to just like, how hard would it be to take the heads of cold iron arrows and just bink, 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 make them into sling bullets?
Considering sling bullets kind of need to be round, that is non-trivial.
They need to be mostly round.
I was mainly thinking in terms of telekinetic projectile.
Sure.
Oh, well, that's also just more reasonable too.
I mean, you could literally just fire a cold iron arrow at that rate.
Yeah. I can just use the arrows that way.
Are cold iron sling bullets a thing?
I don't see why not. So I just googled cold iron ammunition PF2E and I got a Reddit thread. I got the Archives of Nethys page for cold iron. Great. Which doesn't list ammunition. It lists cold iron armor, cold iron shield, cold iron weapon, cold iron chunk, cold iron ingot, cold iron object.
So how do the cold iron arrows even exist? I don't like, is it just say arrow and then parentheses cold iron and you just know to apply that effect?
Apparently,
like, what's the
cold
macro in
iron
it?
blanch is a thing. Okay. Sure. So 10 gold to blanch 10 pieces of ammunition. But this is an alchemical, like, this is also legacy content. What the fuck? I just want to know about As others have said, it's the minimum price for crafting an item with whatever grade of material you're using, and it will produce 10 pieces of ammo for craft. So I'm finding that either 10 cold iron sling bullets cost either 10 gold or 40 gold. Or, hang on. What do sling bullets weigh?
They're light.
Light for 10. Or it's 44 gold for 100 bullets. These are the three interpretations I found.
10, 40.
Or 44 for 100.
For 100.
Yeah.
Which is 4.4.
Which is 4.4 gold per 10. Yeah. So it's either
So
1040 or 4.4.
Those are such wildly different numbers.
Yep.
So it's just 10, right? Because 10's in the middle, and that seems reasonable.
Except that is using the Cold Iron Blanche, which is temporary.
Oh.
It has a duration of...
Forever.
1 minute.
Okay.
You can pour a vial of this dark liquid onto 1 melee weapon, 1 thrown weapon, or 10 pieces of ammunition. When used on melee or thrown weapon rather than ammunition, the blanch lasts for the listed duration or 10 successful strikes, whichever comes first. When you use it on ammunition, the blanch is expended on a given piece of ammunition after firing it, whether it hits or not. Okay. So, okay. So if you Cold Iron Blanche an arrow, that arrow is Cold Iron for 1 attack.
Okay.
But if you craft Cold Iron arrows and you fire them, you can then recover the arrows, and they're still Cold Iron.
And that is the 10 gold number.
The Blanche is the 10 gold. Crafting
Where did
them is the 40. 4.4 is based on the understanding that Cold Iron weapon is 40 gold plus 4 gold per bulk. So if you make one entire bulk of ammunition out of Cold Iron, it's 4 additional gold, 40 plus 4 gold, but you get 10 times as much ammunition. But that seems exploitative, because apparently there is a rule for making ammunition. I just can't fucking find it, and it's the base cost of the material, which is the 40 gold. Ignore the bulk. So for ammunition, either 10 gold and those pieces of ammunition are only Cold Iron for a single shot, or 40 gold and those 10 pieces of ammunition are Cold Iron forever. Fucking Christ.
And how much is a Cold Iron dagger? Like, I just want to buy a dagger that's Cold Iron.
44 gold.
Okay. I'm just going to buy a dagger that is Cold Iron.
Okay.
Is there such a thing as a concealable dagger that costs more money?
There is an item called a concealed sheath, which apparently costs 25 gold. What the fuck?
That's cool as hell.
This leather sheath is large enough to hold an item of up to light bulk and is typically used for daggers, wands, thieves' tools, and similar objects. You can affix it to the inside of a boot, under a bracer or sleeve, or in other inconspicuous locations to gain a +1 item bonus to stealth checks and DCs to hide or conceal the item within. An item of light bulk is concealable with the conceal an object action. You hide a small object on your person, such as a weapon of light bulk. When you try to sneak a concealed object past someone who might notice, the GM rolls your stealth check. It's a secret check. And compares it to this passive observer's perception DC. Once the GM rolls your check for a concealed object, that same result is used no matter how many passive observers you try to sneak it past.
Sweet. Okay. So then, that's 40, 50, 60, 65 gold, and I can have a Cold Iron concealable dagger.
69 gold.
Nice. No, now
Nice.
I have to buy it. That's what I'm buying.
The
So you can always conceal an object of light bulk.
Yes.
The concealed sheath is a 25 gold piece cost to give you a +1 to your stealth check. Yes, Matt?
the cold iron arrows, like if I have a quiver on my back and it's just like the fletching sticking up, are people going to be like, oh, those are cold iron? Or is it just like, he has arrows?
It would most likely be he has arrows, unless for whatever reason someone were to inspect your gear. If, for instance, I'm not saying that this is the case, and neither is Drelga, but if, for instance, you were to go to a city where your weapons are peace bonded, they would inspect your weapons, and the fact that you have cold iron points would probably be revealed.
How does one make a dagger, like specifically, like foundry wise? How do I get a dagger that's cold iron?
So you add a dagger to your sheet, and then in the item properties,
there's just a tick.
Details. No, in details, there's a drop down for precious material, and you're gonna want cold iron low grade.
How much is it for high grade?
Bananas amounts of money.
Oh, you just did it already.
Yeah. I was just curious. It's 9,900 gold for a high grade cold iron dagger.
What? What? Is that to like kill the king of the fairies or some shit?
As far as I can tell, the only difference between low, standard, and high grade materials is the object's hardness and hit points. Low grade, I think a dagger would count as a thin item. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Sure.
So a low grade cold iron dagger has hardness 5 and 20 hit points.
If someone targets it for damage.
Right. A high grade cold iron dagger has hardness 10 and 40 hit points.
Just buy 2 low grade. It's fine.
Just buy
Yeah.
You want 40 hit points a dagger? Buy 2 low grade.
Pretty fucking much. Pretty fucking much. Yeah. Although, so a high grade cold iron structure has hardness 28, which is significant.
So that's like the fairies aren't coming in this house. Fuck you.
Pretty fucking much, yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh no, the siege monster punched my house for 30 damage. It took 2 damage. Get fucked, idiot.
Okay. All right. So I bought a hidden cold iron dagger. I feel great about that. The cold iron dagger. How much was it again? 44.
44.
Yeah.
So you just dropped 69 gold on
Nice.
on having a concealed cold iron dagger.
Yeah. Well, worst case scenario, like the dagger's not useful a little later date, but like concealed sheath seems fucking dope.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I trust Drelga on this, and I have been earning money for something, so...
Sure. And remind me, was a staff of healing purchased?
Yes.
Was
or made or something, right?
Mentalist staff purchased?
No.
Would you like to? Apparently the party still has 120 gold worth of coinage.
Did we want to look at that? Was it Lightweave armor?
Lightweave? What the fuck?
Was that what Drelga was recommending?
Oh, lightweight, flexible armor.
Lightweight, flexible armor. Did you get a runestone for your magic clothing?
I did.
Archie's the adamantine echo functions as a
it functions as that. Okay.
Armor potency rune. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Which is good because armor potency runes are expensive.
I mean, yeah, it's literally legendary. We had to like save a god or like, save the creator of
No, but
We had to save Dwarf Jesus to get.
Yeah, but like a +1 armor potency rune is 160 gold.
Yeah.
Weapon potency is only 35 gold. And a striking rune is 65 gold.
Listen, it's no standard cold iron, but it's up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that was the other big thing though, is if everyone has armor, shields, anything else anybody wants to be able to use.
Also, I learned that there's basically no reason for Sparky not to have a buckler.
Bucklers be great.
Because for the purposes of having, like, buckler is a free hand for the purpose of action requirements. So Sparky can have a buckler, be able to raise its shield for +1 AC instead of the normal +2. And even shield block with the 3 hardness, 6 hit point buckler. But like if Sparky just has an action free, it's like, yeah, raise a shield. So I am just gonna give Sparky a buckler. And what do those cost? I am gonna take it from the party because 1 gold. Okay.
Sparky is a communal cost, yeah.
Well, Sparky did contribute 50 gold to the party stash.
Yeah.
Because Sparky had a gear allotment as a creating a character at 5th level thing. And there was 50 gold left over after buying a +1 striking longsword and +1 plate armor. Sorry, +1 full plate.
Is Sparky hittable?
I mean, Sparky has 24 AC. And at this level, enemies are going to have somewhere between +11 and +15 to hit. So, yeah, Sparky's hittable. Sparky is not expanded crit rangeable, whereas some of you are, especially Fetch.
Yeah, I just swapped out a spell to maybe keep Fetch from dying.
Okay, what?
One of my cantrips. Yeah, Protect Companion.
That's a spell?
Yeah,
That's a cantrip.
course.
What is that?
It costs 2 actions, I bet.
No, it's a single action, but I can only use it once per fight.
Oh my god.
It's an encounter power?
+1 circumstance bonus to AC. You gain the life block reaction. Cute. After using the reaction, spell ends and you can't... Oh, it's the shield spell. But... Okay, that's cool.
Life block reduces the triggering damage by 10, but I lose 5 hit points.
Okay. But heightened +2, which you have because you cast cantrips at 3rd rank, reaction reduces the damage by another 10 and you lose 5 more hit points. You can choose to lower the damage reduction. So you either do 10 and 5 or 20 and 10. And that's cool. But you can cast that as often as you want until you use life block.
Right.
Which is just like the way the shield spell works. You can cast shield as much as you want until you use the shield block reaction from shield. Yeah, neat.
All right.
Cool. And Archie, I see you have shield, which is heightened +2. So your shield spell has a hardness of 10. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I have bought some rope. I have 5 full weeks of rations.
Okay.
Plus 3 days.
Just because you had that left over?
Just because I had that left over.
Okay. And they're totally still good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Also, I did discover, I see you have 2 different stacks. You can just increase the quantity of your 3 out of 7 rations to 6. And get rid of the 5. I decided to try it with Drelga. I gave her, she has 4 quantity of rations, and I just hit use 7 times. And when it used the 7th, the quantity just went down to 3.
Oh, I picked up a climbing kit, by the by.
Okay.
I have 2 of those as well.
Is good. Drelga also has a grappling hook, which is apparently part of a climbing kit, but she has an extra one.
Fucking dope.
Oh no.
And
That means she's not encumbered, but she did just hit 8 bulk 1 light. I was trying to keep her at 8 bulk so that she could pick up something of 1 bulk and not be encumbered. Or no, you can go if your encumbrance is 9, you can go to 9.9 without being encumbered,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So she's fine.
yeah, weak Baroom was playing with that a lot.
Yeah. Also, for whatever reason, her stat block comes with a fucking great axe.
I mean,
Why not?
Why not?
She recommends small thrusting weapons for use in the many narrow tunnels. Great axe.
She recommends you do this.
I
will be killing. You can poke them. I will be killing.
think I'm going to
She's
swap.
paranoid.
Honestly, I think I'm going to swap that out for a short sword.
Well,
do
so
what
hear
she
me out.
says,
Is
not
it
what she
because
does.
is it because she's preparing to fight a giant cave worm, and she's like, yeah, for tunnel hunting, but when it comes to the final boss, I'm not fucking taking a dagger.
You know, I actually gave her a cold iron dagger, but I think I'm just gonna get rid of the cold iron dagger and the great axe and give her a cold iron short sword instead. That seems much more reasonable.
Can one kill a cave worm, crater worm, red worm, magma worm?
Magma worm.
I honestly, I got there eventually.
You were just going through all of the possible words, and you eventually landed on a word that exists.
Are we taking Archie's alchemist lab with us?
Ooh.
Because it'll fit in a bag of holding. Like, it's not a big deal.
Spacious pouch?
It'll fit in my spacious sack, but
Yeah, what if we get to a city and we have 10 days where you could make
Okay, so I just want to point out the degree to which it'll fit in the spacious pouch. So you have 50 bulk worth of spacious pouch between groms and fetches, of which 15.8 is used. Like, there's so much space.
yeah, like we're not in any danger of
Like the 6 bulk of an alchemist lab is not like you still have room for like 28 bulk after the alchemist lab.
If you need to do alchemy stuff, see fetch. He'll have your alchemy lab.
Okay.
Great. Archie
Also
took the
taking
black
my
man to us public.
Yeah, we're done being in court.
Yeah.
Archie wants his things.
Yeah. Do you perhaps want to take the Lord Stickleberry crown and sash from the party stash?
Do the Fae recognize the Stickleberry court?
I mean, you know as well as I do how the Fae work.
I'd like to recall knowledge on the Stickleberry court.
Is that High Helmore?
Sure.
No. Yes, do it.
There. Where's the button for that? Button. Who's got the button?
Hang on. What the fuck? That is not what I wanted.
Are we leaving the spores unattended?
I was actually just looking at that, and it's like maybe we'll find somewhere to get rid of those on the way. Also.
Oh my god. Grom, you recall that by some obscure pseudo-legal precedent, the Stickleberry Court, by way of its chief export being a botanical, this automatically inadvertently makes it a Fae court.
Oh, it's like they did plant stuff and they gave you a crown, and for some weird reason that makes you technically
makes you a Fae monarch.
Technically nobility.
Yeah.
But you can't do much with it. But it is
right.
I have my 1 square foot of land.
I forgot to mute my phone. You have your one what?
And 1 square foot of land.
I've saved one tree. I've saved one stickleberry bush with my donation.
Yeah, but now you get to introduce yourself as Lord and
Lord Stickleberry.
Stickleberry.
Remind me who actually won.
I won it.
Okay, cool.
That's why it went in my It went in my
Got
backpack.
it. Oh, I didn't actually see that you took it.
Oh,
Phenomenal. Great.
And I'll remind you that should the need arise, this exists.
oh, absolutely.
The other one would be, so basically if we do buy everything and we still got money, if we do want to get the mentalist staff, but either way we should probably take all the money with us this time.
Yeah.
There is 80 gold worth of coinage remaining, and the mentalist staff, if I recall correctly, is 90 gold.
It says 117. Oh, is that from what we have on character sheets?
Sorry, in the stash it's 80 gold. Party total's 118. So yeah. If you were to
go fully broke.
I mean, not even go fully broke, because like you need the 80 in the party stash and 10 from Baroom's fucking 31.
In fairness, a lot of that is silver pieces. So
this is true, but also so you can afford the mentalist staff is my point, and still have some small amount of cash left over.
Do we want it?
I think Archie wants it.
Yeah, Archie would use it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Cool.
Okay. Archie will go pick up a mentalist staff.
All right.
Or have you guys grab one for him.
Yeah. Baroom, do you want to be in charge of that, since you're basically the only single person who can afford to do it?
Yeah. So it's
90.
How much does it cost?
90.
How much is which mentalist staff?
Just the basic.
Yeah.
Okay.
One for 90.
Yeah. Not the greater, not the major, which I still have no idea which is better.
Major is definitely better.
Okay, cool.
Based on the price.
I mean, it's higher level, but like that's not a thing that's like in my brain yet with this system. Like minor, I think I've understood is less than lesser.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wish it was least, lesser, moderate, greater, greatest. Like, I thought, I wish we used comparatives and superlatives, not just different comparatives. Or in the case of minor, that's not even a comparative adjective, that's just an adjective. Anyway.
Yeah. The major staff has synaptic pulse.
I don't even know what that is.
Just
is that
stun
synaptic static?
Everything.
That's synaptic static.
Yep.
Except synaptic static is like super bane, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
Synaptic static. God, I haven't looked at this fucking spell in forever. 5th level, 20-foot radius sphere, 86 psychic. Minus 1d6 from attack rolls and ability checks and concentration saves.
But yeah, so I'm going to toss that on.
So Super Bane. Not to be confused with Super Bless.
Not to be confused with Super Plus.
Not to be confused with Super Bad.
Super
Definitely
Bless,
not to be confused with that.
Super Bless was so fucking busted. For those of you,
how much bless could a bless?
Good times.
For those of you unfamiliar, which is to say Aren, Super Bless was an ability in the Dark Souls RPG, which was, it was like Cinder Lord's Blessing or something like that, which is touch up to 3 creatures, and they get plus 1d6 to attack rolls and saving throws for the next 3 minutes. Non-concentration.
What the fuck was that book?
What the fuck was that book? So it's D6
Everything.
instead of D4. It's 3 minutes instead of 1 minute, and it's non-concentration.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
also
really
it was
fun.
once per short.
Yeah.
Which happened after every combat.
I was gonna say, you guys rested.
Matt, you're saying?
It was fun when they copy pasted parts of the book right into the other book.
Yeah.
But left things in there that didn't exist in Dark Souls.
Yup. Yeah. That system was a shit show, and I spent probably 100+ hours re-homebrewing things to fucking work.
What did Tim always say? Like, Tim's always said, like, it's TTRPG books are fundamentally textbooks, so get a textbook editor.
Yeah.
But no one does.
No
they
one
get
does.
creative writers.
Right.
And creative writers fucking suck at textbooks.
Yep. Meanwhile, I literally have not only on-the-job training and experience, but also university training in technical writing, which is similar to textbook writing.
Yeah.
So I actually good at this.
Nobody cares how flowery your fucking words are. Just tell them how it works.
Well, so the really fucking annoying thing is that, like, the main conceit of, like, D&D writing is the first sentence, maybe even two, is flowery description. Ignore it for rules understanding, and then we explain how things work. Except that some spells have the rules explanation as part of the flowery text, and some spells don't have any flowery text, and some spells have flowery text that doesn't match the rules.
It's fucking insane. Beautiful.
So, any other preparations that you would like to make before leaving? I realize that we're half an hour into the session, and all we've done is shopping.
That's okay. I'm kind of done. I hit my.
Yeah, I mean, I'm done too. I just want to quit. What?
No. I bought the mentalist staff.
You have a what?
Or I did the money thing for mentalist staff, so we're done. So all other gold. Great. Whoever wants it. I kept 76 gold in my stash.
76
personal.
silver.
Sorry, I kept 76 silver in my personal stash. Thank you.
I don't even know who that sound is coming from.
I don't have a child.
Okay, yeah, yep, that makes sense.
It's the ghost that I have here.
Yep.
Yeah, he's looking for people, and I don't know what they're doing out there.
Great.
Having a great time.
I will, I guess, just take the rest of the money and put it in a bag of, or a spacious pouch.
Okay.
It'll go in my sack for now.
Okay. Your party stash is reasonably empty. For fucking once. There's an empty backpack, a broken clockwork spy, 3 notes, essentially, like 3 sheets of paper, basically, 10 sling bullets for whatever reason, and replacement picks for an infiltrator thieves toolkit, which you have yet to...
I have yet to buy it because it's more money than I want to spend.
Yeah.
Just strictly because, like, a healing staff sounds better, a mental staff sounds better.
Right. Then, I mean, you did just spend 69 gold on being able to conceal a cold iron dagger.
Yeah. I already have thieves tool picks. I like toolkit.
Right.
I just don't have infiltrator ones.
Right.
I never had the ability to hide a dagger, like, permanently.
Sure. I suppose.
Also, it was 69.
That's true. It did cost 69 gold, and that is hard to resist. Okay.
I rest my case.
Yep. Yep. So, any other preparations you would like to make?
Leave a note in the house for Dear Drawley, basically
I
saying...
was actually going to suggest that.
That raises a good point. What are you doing with tall Baroom?
Oh fuck!
Weren't you gonna sell tall Baroom? Wasn't that a
No.
thing?
Now we know it's her dead friend.
Sister.
Dead sister. Now we know it's her dead sister. Honestly, like, just leave a note. Dear anybody coming into this house, especially dear Drawley, do not go into the upstairs bedroom.
That's gonna make them go into that room.
I know. This is a warning because the object inside is cursed. We went on a journey to try and uncurse it, right? Like something that will like make people go like, well, I want to see it, and then see a body in a bed and be like, yeah, that's definitely cursed. It sounds very believable that they would be trying to uncurse the corpse in a bed, the wooden doll in a bed.
Yeah, like I forget.
The mannequin.
Yeah, the
IKEA posable figure.
I forget. I mean, no. I forget how. Oh God. Here we go. I'm just searching my. Sitting on top of the pile of stone, a humanoid figure sits huddled, hugging its knees. Humaniform and elegant, a fusion of wood and matte black chitin, shaped into clean lines and curved plates. Where joints meet, faint runes pulse with a cold, breathless blue, casting slow drifting shadows across the surrounding walls. Thin ridges of hardened plating, grown, not forged, rim the shoulders and spine, their natural barbs filed smooth but still visibly organic. Vaguely evocative of 5e1-U/V3. I know Jordan gets the reference.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of my favorite characters I've ever written, if I'm being entirely honest. Just because Carcinization is the best.
5e was fucking that was on another level.
5e was dope.
So it's like a vaguely humanoid crab with black chitin plates.
Yep. I mean, vaguely, yeah. I would say vaguely crab-like humanoid. Like, it is definitely more humanoid than crab.
Well, fun fact, now we know, spoilers, there are crabs underground, because otherwise, how did they learn what a crab was?
I mean, there are a lot of things that make chitin.
Oh, it didn't have any claw.
Yeah, no claws, just chitin.
Yeah. It didn't have the little one and the big one?
Nope. All right. If there are no more preparations to be made, then on 25th Rova, you will be departing for the Darklands with Jarelga in the lead, essentially. So, I did a decent amount of back and forth over how best to handle the travel montage and came up with a bunch of different scenes, none of which really struck my fancy because they basically just existed for the sake of existing and filling travel void. Like, it's one of those things where, like, travel montages kind of suck. Just period, end of story.
Unless they're cinematographed by Peter Jackson.
Exactly. Which, actually, thank you for bringing that point up. So the alternative that I've come up with is each day of travel, I'm going to give you a mood, and one of you can volunteer to cinematographically describe what that day looks like. And if you choose to volunteer for this, you get a hero point. And then on particular days, there are actual things that happen that are, you know, maybe some challenges that will, you know, spend some hero points, make these things actually important this session. And then during the nighttime, the downtime at the end of the day where you decide to make camp and sleep, because you are mortals who require sleep. Basically, my idea is that you would be on watch one at a time, but there would be periods of 15-ish minutes where you wake up the next person for watch, and you're both conscious and can have a conversation. So there will be opportunities over the course of the travel for pairs of you to have conversation. And of course, over the course of a night, there would be 3 pairs, but for the sake of the fiction and the game to proceed, we're just going to do 1 per night. So, on the first day of travel, as you leave Highhelm, you make your way past the Deep Sentinels. You likely produce documentation that says, like, yes, this is a thing that I'm allowed to do, because they don't just let anyone travel into the Darklands. They don't let, for instance, tourists, for their own safety. But if you are a permanent resident, they're just like, all right, whatever. Like, you've been here long enough to understand Darklands bad. For Jarelga, you produce the paperwork that states that she is effectively under your care. She is your she's not your ward, but you are responsible for her. And
we're her parolee officers.
You are her parole officers. I mean, that's effectively what you are. So they just get, quick signatures, like, okay, cool, like, you're leaving through this particular exit. I don't know how many there are. I'm sure they all
when
have
you die,
names.
It's not our fault. Indemnity.
I mean, yeah. No? Yes? Basically. Basically, they just want to know, like, who is coming and going, just in case anyone needs to know. They've got the record. Like, it's not a thing that they keep track of, but it's a record that they can refer back to if they need to. So you do the perfunctory paperwork and head out, essentially first thing in your morning, because that's when you would be freshest and most ready to leave. And so the travel mood this first day would be the excitement of exploring the unknown. Anyone want to jump in and narrate this?
I have a question. Sorry, I can jump in if I had an idea, but the leading into that question is, are we going, at least for the first part on the first day, adjacent or nearish to where Krohan with his magic compass took us? Or are we instantly in unfamiliar territory?
You are basically heading a completely different direction, so yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, nix that. Initial set out, I would say, vignette, I think, would be on Baroom's part. I think almost being next to Jarelga in the lead, like excitedly looking, and then like kind of bouncing, I think, back and forth if we are like spread out in any sort of line, like asking Archie, like, do you want to do the sigil thing again, or is that not or asking Grom, do you want to do the sigil thing? Is that necessary anymore? We think we're confident we can make our way back. Asking Archie, like, do you see anything, like, to reference back to those orc dead bodies we found? Like, shot in the back, dead orcs? Skeletons. Shallow grave skeletons of orcs. Do you think we're gonna find another fetch? Like, almost sort of going back to, like, childlike Baroom of, this is my first venture as me. I'm one all over again. How many times can you say you get to have, like, your first visit, you know, and, like, bringing that sort of, like, amped, excited energy of, like, this has the potential to do good things. And I think that, like, trying Baroom just sort of through their, I'm going to, if you want me to roll, but, like, natural charisma, just trying to keep the energy up and the positivity up and, like, get everybody in the mood of, we're in this together and it's going to be good and do good things.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you to roll for that.
Okay.
But what I will ask is how everyone responds to that. And before either of you answer, I will let you know that Drelga is highly unreceptive to this.
Okay.
She is all business, very... have you ever been in a conversation and someone is very clearly waiting to interrupt you to let you know? Like, have you ever been, like, driving somewhere?
So you mean ADD, a conversation between two ADD people?
Yes. Have you ever been driving somewhere, like, you're the driver and the passenger is navigating, and you're just, like, talking, and the passenger is like, you need to turn right up here, and they're just trying to get a word in edgewise to let you know you're about to miss your fucking turn? That's the mood with Drelga. Like, can you shut the fuck up? I need to tell you, like, things about the route. Like, not exactly, like, please shut the fuck, but, like, that's the vibe.
Also, I don't know you people. We are not friends. Like, not in a, like, I hate you, just, like, we're not friends. I'm here for a job. Fuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Grom, Archie?
Yeah, that's it. Archie's definitely kind of been like the same thing, setting out, excited. We got all this new stuff going through. It's like, I know we probably don't need to do sigils right now. Drelga knows where we're going, and nothing bad could ever happen. As Archie like turns, just like puts one on the wall. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Grom is pretty receptive to it. I think because this isn't my first time traveling into the Darklands with Baroom.
Okay.
So, like, we're just kind of, like, know how Baroom is on these things, especially, like, it's the first day of a new journey. So that energy is up. We're in good spirits.
Okay. Alrighty. I will say that Baroom, you get a hero point for volunteering. I will say that, so number one, you can only have 3 hero points. So, Aren can't just keep volunteering and collect 82 of them. But also, if no one volunteers, then I will narrate. And also, not to say that this was a bad narration, but I would like some more physical descriptions of the kinds of terrain that you're covering and more Peter Jackson cinematographic. There was a moment during session 03 that I asked each of you to describe what Darklands travel looks like. And I got the sense that all of you are able to envision very different environments. So I'm excited to hear the interaction between your ideas of what these caves and tunnels look like and the mood that I give you. So that's the kind of thing that I'm hoping to prompt for. Good, definitely a good start. Not a criticism, but just sort of a focusing,
guiding
guiding principle moving forward. Yeah. Okay. So first day, Jirelga is maybe off to a bad start, or maybe you're off to a bad start in Jirelga's eyes, in terms of just general vibe. But the watch pair vignette for the first night is going to be Archie and Jirelga. And I don't know in what order the watches take place. It's not really important. Like, let's say Archie's second and Jirelga's third. Who cares? But at whatever point that Archie wakes up Jirelga or Jirelga wakes up Archie, Jirelga asks the question of, what? This doesn't seem like it's a life-changing quest, life-defining thing. This is just, what is this, another day in the life of an adventurer?
Yeah, I mean, no one's died today, so that's always a plus. Archie,
I mean, if you keep up the shenanigans like today, that someone's gonna die.
no, I mean, you keep spirits up. We don't have to be upset about doing this. And Archie would look at Jirelga with kind of like you understand what I'm saying, where he's just like, we got to enjoy things. It's a new experience. How many times are we going to get to do this? As trying to be like the gnome to gnome.
Yeah. Which is actually a point that I wanted to just sort of bring up out of character, which is that Archie and Jirelga are deep gnomes and Grom and Baroom are dwarves. So it's just like this pair of pairs kind of vibe.
And a tattoo.
A what?
And a tattoo.
And a tattoo. Incidentally,
Yep.
who is wearing Sparky?
How I almost wonder if whoever I'd almost say like whoever's on watch, but also do we want Jirelga to know about Sparky?
I think we should let Jirelga find out about Sparky organically, because a tattoo appearing to save your life reads better than the alternative.
Was it just no explanation? Swap person on watch, swap tattoo, just never mention it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, Sparky does need sleep. Sleep.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Jirelga's gonna be so pissed. She's like, we could have split the watch 5 ways. I could have gotten more sleep.
Yeah, like my understanding of Sparky is that it requires a period of inactivity, similar to your need for sleep. Also, I think a Pathfinder, like, you actually need 8 hours of sleep. Like, it's not 8 hours of rest, 6 hours of which must be sleep. But we're all coming at this like it's D&D. But whatever. But
I'm coming at this like someone with ADD who sleeps regularly for 6 hours a night.
You get 6 hours?
Not consecutive.
You know, Jordan, just because you're consistently awake tomorrow.
Yeah, then I figure at some point we'd pick whoever's on watch to have Sparky at like first shift, last shift.
Sure. Jirelga is just not incredibly receptive to the this is a fun thing kind of vibe. This is serious business, and you should take it seriously, and everything that we do should be in service of getting closer to the worm.
Archie's gonna look at Drelga a bit concerned. She's be like, What are you gonna do after this? We killed a worm. What's the next step?
I don't fucking care.
Archie's now concerned. Yeah, there's always more things to learn. I mean, if you want, I could start to tell you, like, and then Archie's probably gonna fall down the quest for Sky rabbit hole and just start being like, when the quest for Sky had just started.
She's gonna lay down and turn away from you. I've just now decided that this is like her waking you up for watch. She's just gonna lay down, turn away from you, and like occasionally nod to pretend that she's listening to you, and then eventually she starts snoring.
It's like listening to a podcast and trying to go to sleep.
I was gonna say, like, I would listen to that
and
podcast.
Archie continues to talk, and at some point he knows Drelga's asleep, and it's like he's talking to himself of like when the quest for Sky happened, when they were first starting out, there were, and like just going through that kind of stuff is kind of like talking himself up on adventuring out into the Darklands.
Great. Okay. At some point, Drelga manages to fall asleep despite the blathering. And we'll call we'll call that end of scene. So the second day of travel, the mood is exploring the unknown, but maybe you're being followed?
I knew it. I'd like to roll for paranoia.
You're paranoid. I didn't even look at what you rolled.
This is day 2 was when we got attacked by the assassins last time, right?
They weren't assassins, they were kidnappers.
That didn't care if anyone else besides Archie lived.
Sorry, to clarify, they were assassins to me. Sure, they were kidnappers to Archie. I was gonna be dead.
I mean...
Guess.
Anyone?
I can, unless you want to.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I think a lot of like going off the night before and the talk with Drelga, Archie is definitely pointing out things to Drelga, like trying to gauge, hey, do you find this interesting? Do you find that interesting? Like walking down a tunnel and there's like glowing lichen on one of the walls, and Archie being like, oh, that's like super interesting. Like, I wonder how that actually works, and actually trying to see if Drelga's interested. Which I see, because coming from the city, there's probably not necessarily like traffic, but like the ground is worn down. There's not as much debris in the paths yet, of still being somewhat not necessarily kept up, but just clear from travel. So like as we're going and there's like a tunnel that isn't traveled, it's a dead end. Everyone knows it's a dead end, so no one goes down there, which stuff has started to accumulate in like actually being like, oh, or it's like, who knows? Maybe there's something down there. That it may have been years since someone went down that path.
Mm.
Who knows? There's so much excitement. And I like, to the point everyone else will probably be picking up that's like, Archie's being extra. This is weird.
Baroom would whisper to Grom, "Is Archie flirting? Is this flirting? How did Gnome's court?
Is this gnome flirting?
Yes. I haven't been resurrected into one of them yet."
It's always next time. But yeah, and then as we're going, and with the same thing of being like, oh, there's something, we could go here, or like, last time when, and just having the Archie definitely like making the direct eye contact with Squire, who's like 100 yards behind the party, of just like, yeah, that worked out great last time when we got ambushed and could have Squire check it out, of just having Squire hanging back a bit during travel, because they don't need to be up here. They're fine. They can follow us, and if they get lost, they'll be back in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like we've established this. Like, if you lose your familiar, the familiar didn't die. You just lost it. Does it still appear next morning?
I feel like it has to, because there's got to be a version of the story where you try, like, you think you're cursed, you try to lose your familiar, and it comes back.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Then we end up with a whole pet cemetery situation going on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any responses from anybody? I would say that Jorelga is generally unresponsive to the pointed excitement, to the point where, like, when you point out a dead end, and it's just like, imagine what's down there. Her only response is, does it get us closer to the worm?
Mm-hmm.
She is dour.
Is there the inverse of a bleached gnome that's like what do you call it? Hyperchrome? What's the super bright color?
Super bright
like there's
hyperchromatic?
Is it hyperchromatic gnome, where they just go insane and can only think about their quest?
I mean, maybe.
A gnome that gets bored goes gray. Does a gnome that gets like obsessed, even too obsessed for a gnome, go like even more colored, vibrant, or like more vibrantly colored?
I mean, there is the chameleon gnome.
Shut the front door. There
which
is
is
not.
just
That's an ancestry.
I haven't
Yeah.
looked into that.
And you can change hair color, skin color. You can make patterns and stuff.
But like,
So you're a.
but like,
you're
is that actually like the antithesis of bleaching, or is that just like?
No, it's just an ancestry.
Okay. I imagine a heritage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that gnome like?
Yeah, chameleon.
That's a cuttlefish gnome, basically.
Yeah, when they go to sleep, it just kind of goes crazy.
Okay.
I'm my own nightlight.
I'm not putting the pillow over my party member's face because I want them to suffocate. I need to sleep. I can't look at.
But yeah, Archie's definitely feeling the end of this quest is likelihood ends with Drelga leeching herself.
Or she wants to die. Like she thinks that this is a suicide mission on purpose.
Yeah. Archie is not a big fan of, so he wants to help by oversharing and info dumping.
Baroom is now convinced this is gnome flirting.
Archie has yet to give her a shiny rock.
That is actual gnome flirting.
Maybe. What kind of gnome is she?
She's a deep gnome.
She's also a deep gnome.
She's also Drathnalar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this would be really awkward because she couldn't see in the dark. Right.
Yeah. Yes. And I am just rearranging my notes because I realize that they are just in a terrible fucking way for me to take notes about the things that are coming out of the prompts. So I'm just rearranging. It's a fucking mess. Okay. Nope, I fucked up. That goes there, that goes there. Okay, so, take a hero point, Archie. And this watch vignette for the second night is going to be Grom and Baroom.
I don't ask you to explain the birds and the bees, but that is the first thing that happened in my brain. I've watched gnome flirting all day, and I'm like, so what happens? No. You flesh creatures, you don't throw spores?
No. You know, it was a lot less creepy when you asked that and you were a mushroom.
I think that, away from like the hustle and bustle of High Helm, and truly talking to the only dwarf that like Baroom feels comfortable with, I think that like they would truly be like, what does the quest for Sky actually mean to a dwarf? Like, why is it important? You're carrying this dagger. I care, like, in a sort of academic sense, but I am dwarf now. Why this matter? Why does it matter?
That's a big question. And I don't know that I have an answer that is going to be good enough for you. It matters because in my lifetime it's always mattered. Like, we grew up and it was a big thing. Without it, we wouldn't have ever seen the sun. We would have lived in the dark, which, you know, nothing against it, but it opened up a whole new world of possibilities, literally. It exposed the dwarven culture to the surface world. And I don't know if I can meaningfully impart that to you as someone who's been a dwarf for 3 weeks.
I was gonna say, like, 3 weeks, not even a month. Not even all of Rova.
Clarifying question. Did it introduce Dwarven society to the surface world, or did it introduce the surface world to Dwarven society? I mean,
yes,
both, but which is the one that's more poignant to?
Probably the latter.
Okay. I would like to point out that both of those are very I don't remember the word, but they're pretty interchangeable. You could interpret either of them either way. So, which?
Introducing outside cultures to the dwarves.
As in, outside cultures came into dwarven culture, or
Yes.
Okay.
Like you came up, you built the Sky Citadels. People came to you, and you went, "See how great we are."
I think Jordan
mostly
means the
like
other way around.
look at what great things we have that we can show you.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Like the people coming into the cities, look at what great things we're bringing to this city that you've built.
Yeah.
So you're taking a very metropolitan look at this of all of the sort of tourists and foreigners who come into High Helm, for instance, enrich dwarven culture.
Yeah.
Okay. Which has the sort of antithetical supposition that dwarven culture would have stagnated or been lesser for not having been influenced by other cultures.
Like we would have been in our own caves in the dark. And
I do think it is a slow change because dwarves are stubborn, but yes, I do think that they would have been lesser without the intervention.
Okay.
Is any of that religious for you?
No?
Okay. Like the whole quest for Sky reason was that Torag said, "You're gonna feel the earth move." I apologize, I don't recall the exact prophecy.
I mean, I don't know that the exact text of the prophecy is written anywhere.
All right, it's just known. Like Torag was like, "You'll know when you know," and then there was a massive, like the entire world shook, and everyone went, "I mean, how much more could we know?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, out of character, you know that the inciting event was Earthfall, which is when
I think in character we would know as well, right? By this time?
Probably by this time, yeah. Like the time period would be deducible. Like, oh yeah, no, that was the time giant fucking meteors hit the planet and killed everyone.
And then in that case, just even without the religious element, like Grom's sort of thing about like we came here to be, explore the world and have the world like come to dwarven culture. That could be a religious component to it, right? Torag is like, no, there will be a time when the world will need dwarves. Get the fuck up there.
Yeah, it could be. I know, like, being like atheistic is not common, and I don't think Grom is, because like gods exist and they're a real thing. It's just he's not too faithful. He doesn't follow anyone too strongly.
They're definitely real. They definitely exist, but I'm not praying to any specific one every day.
Right.
Like, kind of. Okay.
I'm like a C&E sort of.
A what?
Christmas and Easter. the people who go to church only on like Christmas and Easter, the big holidays.
Yeah, the C&E Christian. You only go on the two big ones. Jesus born, Jesus died. Go.
This is not a thing I'm familiar with. I am incredibly far divorced from. That's not a thing I've heard of. I just decided to Google atheism in Galarian. Atheism is the rejection of the worship of deities rather than outright disbelieving in deities whose existence is a matter of hard fact. They choose not to worship because of the value they place on freedom, or deny that deities are truly divine and thus not deserving of worship or blind faith. Thus, atheists may be classed as dystheists or mesotheists. And also, apparently, Atheism is enforced on a state level in the nation of Rahadum in Garund, and the nation of Tuvet in the River Kingdoms. That's fucking wild. Cool. Despite their lack of faith, atheist souls are still judged by Pharasma. Oops.
Believe, worship, don't give a shit, weigh the souls.
Who the fuck are you? There is a Psychopomp Usher, patron of atheists.
Fuck yeah. Psychopomps are cool as hell. So atheists have their own afterlife where they can just mind their own business and be, like, fucking left alone?
They are recruited to the ranks of Psychopomps.
Cool.
Cool. I mean, some of them are recruited to the... Anyway. That's way cooler than Faerunian atheists. You become a brick in the wall of the faithless.
I was gonna say, Faerunian atheists, I thought it was, you're wrong, fuck off.
You are wrong, and Kelemvor puts you in the wall of the faithless, which is a wall that protects the fugue planes from whatever fucking interplanar wars exist. I don't want any. I'm gonna protect my shit with dead people. Anyway, that seems like a good end for the watch conversation. The low religiosity, but not an atheist.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna make a note of that before I forget it. So day 3. And I'm just going to give you a brief vignette to justify the mood, which is that as you continue to travel, every so often you hear the echo of the clattering of stone, or catch sight of what seems like the glint of light around a corner, coming from behind you. And the mood is probably being followed. Who would like to describe? Let's just pay little attention to the amount of followed that you are, and give some description to the kinds of terrain that you're covering today.
Yeah, I think today it's more narrow tunnels. We're just going through a lot of narrow tunnels, and looking back every so often, I think there's a lot of time spent shushing Archie. But there's a lot of twisting, winding, forking paths because we haven't come to a big open cavern yet. There's squeezing in places, but we're trying to move hurriedly,
Okay.
but also quietly. It doesn't work out too well very often.
Okay. Would you say you lean too hard on the quickly or too hard on the quietly?
Probably too hard on the quickly.
Okay.
Oh, like if we can just get to the and there's got to be an open area somewhere up ahead, and then we can assess. But there never is.
We can get ourselves to an open area. We can be in a more advantageous position to maybe deal with whatever is coming behind us. And they're obviously following us because with all the twists and turns we've taken, there's other ways they would have gone if they weren't just directly following us.
But also there's no straightaways to like see that for sure that's that.
Right. It's either, if there's not winding corners, it's these big steep like curves, so they're just like around the far end of that curve, so we can't see them.
Any flora or fauna that you run into today?
I don't think anything
or
of
natural landmarks other than is shape of rock.
I don't think the environment that we're in has a whole lot of defining characteristics, like
Mm.
landmarks, because there's not enough room for there to be like, we're gonna go to the big tree and turn left, or something
Yeah.
like that. There's not enough space for that. It's the most defining landmarks are, well, this intersection had three ways we could have gone.
Yeah.
This one had keep going straight or go left.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Um. Okay. Sounds good. Take a hero point. So near the end of the day, you do finally get to the end of all of these really squeezy tunnels, and you find that like right before you, and you can only really tell this in hindsight, so maybe I shouldn't actually say this. In between two sections of squeezing, the latter being much tighter than the former, you find a draft lizard that is clearly stranded here, wearing saddlebags, so clearly belonged to someone. And the saddlebags, which are really nice leather, have a symbol emblazoned on them that you would all recognize as the Pathfinder Society.
Oh no. Oh no, it's like the way of the open road symbol, right? It's like some hills with a path through it.
I actually don't remember what the Pathfinder Society symbol looks like. Okay, so I super recognize the symbol, and I don't know how to describe it. Just gonna slap it in Foundry chat.
Oh, yeah. It's supposed to represent a star with two hills and then two roads leading towards it. It's the glyph of the open road.
Okay.
Sorry, I watch too much Mythkeeper.
Yeah, no, I don't know how you get that, but sure. It is called the glyph of the open road. What the fuck?
Yeah. No, again, I watch too much Mythkeeper.
Well, thank you. I am now looking at the Pathfinder most recognizable symbol of the Pathfinder Society. Wow, that's what a useful fucking wiki page.
It's two roads. I think there's like tributary roads, and then it goes off, and then it goes into some mountains in the distance with a star.
Okay, cool. So that symbol is emblazoned on the saddlebags. This draft lizard is very clearly on the verge of death. It is dehydrated, it is malnourished, it is just laying on the ground and panting. It also has a collar with a name tag.
What's its name?
Smaug.
Fuck yes. Okay. I don't even ask questions. I give it some water.
Okay.
Is the ground here, would water pool in places?
Here, absolutely.
I'll just do an air blast of spout.
Okay.
So that water can pool.
Okay.
And this thing can have maybe for a little while until whatever it's waiting for comes back.
Okay.
I was actually going to suggest if we feed it and we water it. Sorry, can I recall knowledge Pathfinder Society or Bardic lore or something? Like, am I supposed to help the Pathfinder Society if I find them? Is that like a thing? I know if you're playing Pathfinder Society, you operate under the assumption people want to help you, but I'm not a PC in that group.
Yeah, I mean, so okay.
I'm doing my own shit.
Yeah, like if you are a member of the Pathfinder Society, then like it's weird because there's an in-universe organization, Pathfinder Society, and then there's the
Meta organization.
The meta organization of organized play called Pathfinder Society.
You suck. Sorry, I didn't say that out loud.
It's like if Adventurers League said that there's an in-game faction called the Adventurers League. I just looked at the questions for this session. Where is Begin Nate from? Yeah, go ahead and recall knowledge. I would say society would be the base skill. I don't think you have a more appropriate lore.
Except for Bardic, which is, I feel like, the most appropriate. Like, they only do stories.
But God, roll.
Now, can I apply a bonus for ancient because they're old?
No.
Oh fuck! I didn't. Sorry. Delete. I did it wrong. I could see that one.
Ah. You did private, not blind.
I did private, not blind.
Gotcha.
Blind GM. I don't know what that is now. It's all questions.
Cool. So you recall a treaty among basically every city-state, despite not agreeing on much of anything. Basically every city-state on the surface of... Is Galarian the name of the planet? Is that the name of the planet?
Yeah, because Avestan and is like the continent and everything else. I think Galarian's the world.
Okay. Yes, Galarian is the planet. Okay. Yeah, basically every city-state or nation on the surface of Galarian, maybe not the subterranean city-states and nations.
Maybe not Cheliax, but, you know.
No, like, even Cheliax. Like, this is your recollection that basically every fucking city-state and nation on the surface has agreed that members of the Pathfinder Society are just sort of extra-national and are to be helped in whatever way you can.
Is this like a military dog? This lizard is a member of the Pathfinder Society and we have to help it?
I'm gonna leave that one up to you.
I'm going to argue that this lizard is a member of the Pathfinder Society, guys. We have to help it.
Are there any identifying papers or anything in the saddlebags that would...
In the saddlebags, ironically, are a decent amount of food that could feed this animal for a week. And basically nothing else.
Looking around at the area, like right here, like what is there? I guess any signs of another person or?
Go ahead and roll survival.
And while we're taking our time here, can I put an eye behind us?
Yeah.
To see.
So I will say that this would have been shortly after emerging from a very tight squeeze, and with even the barest of modicum of scouting, just ahead is an even tighter squeeze. Like the squeeze behind you, of the two, the one behind you is probably the one that this lizard barely made it to get through. And the one ahead, it probably won't fit. Archie, you pick up obvious signs of a group of about 6 to 9 people who would have been traveling with this lizard that continued forward. Six to 9.
Yeah, I heard you. Nice.
Uh-huh.
Well,
So this lizard was left, and whoever it belonged to didn't make it back to it. They like said, "Stay right here, Smog," and then they didn't come back.
Drelga sees the pathway that you have to continue ahead and says, "There's nothing to be done. Let's just leave it and move."
If we give it food from its own pack, will it eat it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just like it's on its back, it can't reach it.
Basically.
Okay, so then I would unpack its food.
Okay.
And be like, I hope.
Okay. It starts scarfing mightily and drinking deeply.
So we pulled water. If we can't take it forward, but we're being followed. Fuck. They're gonna come through and kill this lizard.
Maybe. We don't know.
I don't have any better ideas because the lizard's definitely not gonna fit forward.
No,
So-
there's nothing we can do. We've helped it as best we can with the resources we have.
yeah.
I pat it on the head.
Oh. Okay. All right.
And did you just unload all of its food so it can eat however much it wants whenever it needs to?
Yeah, I'm like also reptiles like can gorge and then starve for a while. Like it'll even if it eats a week's worth of food at once, which it could, like those are a week's worth of calories.
Yeah. I mean, if a human tried to do that, I'm pretty sure you would just shit yourself.
Or throw up. I mean,
I feel like you would throw up before you shit yourself.
Depends on what the calories are. Like,
only one way to find out.
like if
A
you
week's
drink
worth of
a week's worth of calories worth of butter,
hardtack in one. Isn't that what Pippin does canonically in Rivendell? He just like scarfs down a week's worth of lembas.
lembas bread is magical. We don't talk about lembas bread.
It's just elf hardtack.
Yeah, but it's super caloric. It has a caloric density that far outstrips like any reasonable physical limitations. Anyway, okay. So it's not too long after that you find a fork that is long enough that you can get away from the obvious way forward to camp for the night. So that if someone were to follow you, as long as you have hidden your tracks well enough, which Jorelga would definitely advise, and she is good at survival. She is good at survival. I would fucking hope so, being a guide. It would be reasonably safe that if someone were to follow you, they could miss this off turn that you took and just continue down the correct direction.
Are we able to follow signs like ripped bits of cloth in this squeeze or bits of hair or anything that this 6 to 9 group is going the direction we're going? Like, are there even in this obvious campsite, is there a campfire and coals from a recent fire?
So I will point out that, just for edification, that at no point does Jorelga permit you to light a fire. Because that would very much give away your position.
We don't need it to see in the dark.
You don't
we
need
don't
it
know
to
what
see
these
in the
pathfinders.
dark, but also that means that you're eating cold rations. There's no making a pot of boiling water to rehydrate your jerky or hardtack. It's, put some cold water and cold rations in a bowl and hope that it absorbs a little bit so that it can actually be edible.
Prep dinner 3 hours before dinner, so it soaks it.
Basically.
Yeah.
I want to cast some magic about that, though.
I was going to say, after
Prestidigitation.
What does prestidigitation warm things?
Yep.
It has a cool, or a cook bullet. Cool, warm, or flavor. 1 pound of non-living material.
Of course it does.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, after the first day, Archie starts prepping prestidigitation also.
Okay. There's a magical solution to every fucking problem. Great.
Yep.
Here I'm
And
trying
I
to make
packed.
you feel sad, and you're like, but I can magic about that.
Yep.
Okay.
Why have depression when you can cast magic about it?
Yep.
Yeah, Grom. Why have depression? You seem to still have it.
What do you mean?
Okay.
So I do want to ask Archie a question. Do you at any point ride on fetch, because that is available to you?
As one of the 2 small creatures in the party.
As one of the 2 small creatures.
No. I
Okay.
think Archie's definitely a fan of walking.
Okay.
It's a actually no. There's a second speedy companion now.
And if I didn't already, Jordan, please take your hero. If I didn't already, I would like to award Jordan your hero point for narrating the narrow, windy, creepy follow tunnels. And tonight's watch conversation is Baroom and Jorelga.
I assume that Jorelga's made no secret of her derision and like distrust of my happy-go-lucky nature.
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
And in fact, would have reprimanded you a number of times with something along the lines of noise gets you killed underground.
Yeah. I think that in a quiet moment of I think waking her up, Baroom would take the opportunity to be like, I hope you understand, just because I'm happy to be doing something does not mean I don't take this seriously. Joy does not preclude intent. And noise can get you killed underground, but noise is literally what I do. It is the fabric and the noise of the universe is where my power to protect others and to affect change comes from. So, and I think Baroom would even lean into almost trying to be intimidating, because I think that like Jorelga does not take persuasion well so far and has not taken sort of diplomatic well. Like, I've killed people before. Let's just be clear. This is not a question of serious. This is a question of joy. And I am happy to be doing this here with you. And like use the opportunity to like wake her up, be very serious with her, and roll over and go the fuck to sleep.
So do you spend like your entire watch rehearsing what it is that you're gonna say to her?
Oh, functionally, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Like
So,
I want her to take me seriously. I want to be like.
So
Yeah.
I would say, let's do make an impression, but you're gonna use intimidation instead.
Okay.
And I am going to give you I'm gonna give you advantage, even though it's not a fucking thing in this system.
There's a button that says keep higher.
Perfect. And make an impression is not a secret check.
Okay. And I'm not trying to intimidate her.
Right.
I'm trying
You're trying to be intimidating. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Like you're not trying to demoralize.
Correct.
You're yeah. Let me check her will DC. Yeah, that is a success. So she goes from unfriendly to indifferent. No, she goes from indifferent to friendly. She by the end of this, you get the sense that she has this sort of begrudging respect for what it is that you do, which she will not in any capacity admit because she hates that you're loud.
100%. And like what I am aiming for is to like begrudging respect is where I'm hoping to be, because if we get into a scrap and I have to, for example, I don't know, cast Courageous Anthem and her being like, could you shut up? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm helping, fuck off.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Taking notes. Okay. So, day 4. For a change of pace, the reasonably early in the 4th day of travel, you suddenly go from these tight, narrow, winding, squeezing tunnels to wide open spaces, and that is the visual direction that I will give you. Actually, I decided I'm gonna take I'm gonna take a turn doing visual description. The mood today is wary, with 4 A's and 4 Y's. Wary. In these wide open spaces, Jorelga has her head on a fucking swivel. Every time there is something that looks like it might be a ledge overlooking your position, she is basically staring at it the entire time it's in line of sight. Every time there is a drip of water on the opposite end of a cavern, she is staring at it to make sure that it is a natural feature and not something moving. Every time that there is the clatter of stone, she makes sure that one of you just kicked it and then reprimands you for kicking a stone. How do you accept this mood? How do you behave with your guide being so intentional and uncomfortable?
I think after a while, Archie definitely starts to also pick up on that. Like her just like snapping here, look there. That Archie starts getting like a noise happens. He jumps. Okay. It's like he's starting to be like, if she's freaking out, something's about to happen. And even though he has ideas. Like, we've been attacked. There's all sorts of terrible things down here. But he doesn't necessarily have like I'm looking for X thing. He's just something could be happening.
Okay.
And he is reacting off of her reacting.
So you lack the context to understand what it is that she's looking for, but you understand she's looking for something.
Yeah.
Okay. You are not trained in survival. Great. Okay. How about everyone else?
I think for a little while, I just kind of put up with it. And then one time I like trip and she snaps at me for making noise.
Mm-hmm.
And I just make a bunch of noise to prove a point. Maybe not like a bunch, but like there's like a shot, like I clap my hands really loud.
And it echoes very uncomfortably. Like 3, 4, 5, 6 echoes.
Mm-hmm.
And she just
like,
fucking
no.
stares daggers at you. And then presses her back to the wall and has a hand on a weapon. And it takes a good 5 minutes for her to finally, like, ooze out of that tension.
What is it doing our guides?
Huh?
I was fine for a while. It's just like the constant little nitpicking wears at you.
It does. I'm just saying, as a trend, Grom hates our guides.
Don't hate her.
Or Crohan. I just was adversarial and upset with him.
Sure. And I think as she moves away from the wall, I will quietly say to her, we've been in the Darklands before. We know it's a dangerous place. There's no need to snap at us at every turn. And then I'm going to step back and just wait for her to continue the way forward.
You would get basically nothing more than a... She continues. Just...
That's all I expected.
Okay.
I think that whole time, the whole 5 minutes that she had, that defensive position, I'm just standing there, arms crossed, just staring at her.
A+. No, Jordan. Just A+.
Wow. Okay.
And I will point out that there's the sound of stone rumbling everywhere we go.
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that. God damn it, Fetch.
He makes rock on rock sounds though, so that's just the Underdark the Darklands.
Yeah. All right.
What's Fetch's stealth?
Probably ass.
Probably ass. Not ass, actually.
Plus 8. What the fuck?
What? Oh, it's because he sounds like rocks on rocks. He's great.
I think just by default, animal companions are trained in stealth.
Also, if he sits still and closes his little eyes.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, I will say, it's not ass, but it's also not good. Like, plus 8 at level 5 is not great.
I have a plus 9. Shut up.
Grom has a plus 8.
Archie?
Archie's not terrible. Plus 10. Archie's the most stealthy.
Well, no. What's Sparky?
Sparky and Jirelga have a plus 11. Sparky is an expert in stealth.
Oh, so we could just follow the expert. That's fine.
Also, Sparky has quiet allies. A skill feat.
So
You're skilled at moving with a group. When you are avoiding notice and your allies follow the expert, you and those allies can roll a single stealth check using the lowest modifier instead of rolling separately.
So just to clarify, that means that if presumably we've been doing this whole time knowing it's a stealth mission, the noise we've been making, relatively speaking, has been minimal.
Yeah, probably.
And then she just keeps fucking nitpicking. And then Grom's like, you want fucking noise?
Yep, basically.
The crunch of gravel doesn't fucking count. Shut up.
Okay. So tonight's watch conversation is Grom and Archie. I feel like this is an opportunity for Archie to respond to Grom's behavior.
Yeah, actually. So Archie, like, everybody's asleep. Be like, look, we should be nice to her. Like, this whole thing, it could be bad.
Right, but she should be nice to us, too. It's a two-way street. She had it coming.
How much do you know about bleaching?
How much do I know about bleaching? What would that be?
Roll society.
Okay.
Let's get a secret society check. You know jack shit about bleaching.
I've heard you use the term.
So
that's about it.
Just kidding.
So let's just in basic terms, gnomes, if we lack new, exciting, different things, if we get into a rut, things become mundane and boring, we kind of literally can lay down and die. It's not quite like that, but kind of. I'm concerned at the end of this, if she doesn't have anything left, she might just stop.
So you could say that gnomes, when they stop pursuing something that they fancy, they have a chance to just die. So prison for her was essentially a death sentence.
Yeah, it could have. Truthfully, probably her drive for doing this could be what kept her going, but.
So she should be even more thankful for us, is what I'm hearing. I'm not trying to hold it over her head that we're the ones that got her out of prison, but like, she doesn't need to snap at us at every chance she gets. I get the tensions are high. It's a dangerous place.
Yeah.
But this is kind of an extension for her if what you're saying is as serious as you're making it out to be. And who's to say she's not going to find something else to focus on while on this journey.
Yeah, which is why I keep pointing all the stuff out. Something out here bound to, or who knows? Maybe she ends up like us and gets up.
Who's really gonna spend that much time devoted to?
It was glowing. Or who knows? Maybe she'll get a weird creature following her around.
Elf, just to clarify, who's going to spend a lifetime on mushrooms? It's an elf.
The elf didn't spend a lifetime on mushrooms. It was just too long.
Human lifetime.
Exactly. A human lifetime. We know how short those are.
But yeah, I guess I'm just... Yeah, she can tone it down, but also maybe just a little bit of... There's not great stuff there.
Maybe I'll see if she wants to ride fetch tomorrow.
Oh, okay, buddy. You do that.
Alrighty. On that note, let's take a break. We're at about that point in the session. So let's take a break. I need food. I just realized I skipped lunch. I'm very hungry. So get food, get drinks, go to the bathroom. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back. We're playing Pathfinder.
Again.
Yeah. Forever.
Always. Welcome back. We're doing Pathfinder. It's day 5. It's day 5 of travel. The mood today is that the air seems a little fresher today. It's less musty. It's more sort of breezy. Airflow exists underground. They have seasons. This is a thing that you know.
I'd like to press X for doubt.
Oh, okay.
Underground, how do they have seasons?
Listen, I don't know enough about caves to be able to answer that question, but I know that in the Sky King's Tomb Player Companion, it explains that in the Darklands there is a biennial changing of seasons where the air pressure changes from predominantly pushing downwards to predominantly pushing upwards.
Okay.
And this happens in the spring and fall.
Okay.
So is the planet currently inhaling or exhaling?
Yes. I don't know which one's which. It is so it is you left on the 25th, which means that today is the 29th of Rova, which is September.
Legally distinct September.
Legally distinct September. And that means that it is fall. Late spring and early summer bring rainfall and snowmelt on the surface, which feeds creeks and springs into raging rivers far below ground. Endemic societies mark the spring and autumn by the reversal of wind patterns. The warming temperatures of spring lowers the air pressure at cave entrances and pulls cooler air up from deep below, while the falling temperatures in autumn reverse the process. So the planet is currently inhaling.
I a little bit hate that Pathfinder literally fucking has an answer for the dumbass question. I a little bit hate that. Not actually. I find it insanely satisfying.
It is ridiculously satisfying how Pathfinder has an answer for everything. And my dumb little ADHD eidetic memory brain is like, ooh, there's an answer for that. I don't remember what the answer is, but I remember how to find it.
Yes. Is the planet breathing in or out? Hold, please.
Hold, please. I know where to find this information.
In. Okay.
I was just making a joke. I didn't realize it was going to be an actual answer.
Yep. And I just opened the Sky King's Tomb Player's Guide and Control F spring. Because I figured fall might be autumn instead of fall, but if it is fall, there might be other
like next
context.
to ropes and like tunnels and
so I was like, I'm gonna search for spring. There's no other fucking reason that word would exist in this document. So, who would like to describe the Peter Jackson cinematographic montage of today's travel?
I can.
Bonus points.
So
if it is evocative of the trio of Gimli, Legolas, and Aragorn tracking the orcs. Since you're on the lookout for the Pathfinder Society group.
So Grom will be the one to fall down the hill.
Oh my God.
So I think it's definitely like the air shift has kind of that. Wow, this is gonna get real weird. Of the everything's always dark, but starting to feel like, hey, maybe there could be like light coming, like the sun's about to rise, and just kind of having that anticipation of things are moving up. With that, probably having like starting to leave the wider open spaces and coming back into more of a tunnely experience. Of coming forward and keeping the trek down with that. So it'd also be getting drier at this point. If going off of the explanation of how that worked. So probably, yeah, the ground is at the more dusty stage, and coming in, Drilga leading, Archie's kind of just like almost distracted at this point. Squire's just, and Squire would be chilling with Archie at the moment, like wrapped around his shoulders. And just having that moving down and like, and then like coming down to the tunnel as it turns, a feeling like, oh, there's gonna be something around this corner, turning the corner and just being like, nope, it's another hallway, another tunnel, coming down and turning and going, oh, we're at a fork. Nope, just we take the left fork and keep heading down and keep going, but always having that sense of something's gonna happen. I feel good about today.
Okay. So at one of these forks, you take that next turn, and Jirelga knows the way. Jirelga is guiding you. At no point is Jirelga like, oh, I don't really know where to go. But I can figure it. She seems to. She knows the path. And after one of these turns, it becomes evident that there is a dead end ahead of you. And it's not a just cave wall. It is what is very clearly a rock slide. And sticking out of this rock slide are some humanoid limbs. That are most likely still attached to humanoid corpses.
Are they fresh?
There is flesh on them.
Do I need to recall now? How long does desiccation take underground?
Given that, like, these are wet caverns, like there is water that drips. It would take a while. It would take a while. Like, you have plentiful opportunities to refill your water skins.
As soon as I see the limbs sticking out of the rock slide, I immediately turn around and begin to hyperventilate.
Okay.
I immediately who has hold on, where's
Also, I will point out
super
that these
character?
are like equipped limbs. Like you see an arm that has like glove and sleeves. Like you're not really seeing flesh. Like these are people who are prepared for the environment and seem to have been caught unawares regardless.
Before assessing, like, I do detect magic, read aura, try and get a sense, like, if we touch this, am I gonna get fucked up? And then make it clear that I intend on, if not clearing this path, presumably if there are no traps, bombs, anything, I intend on pulling these people out.
Okay. Let me read aura.
I don't remember which is which. That's why I said both. I have both. I don't.
Yeah, so detect magic is sending out a pulse that detects the presence of magic. And you can disregard any magic you're fully aware of. So you send out this pulse of magic and pick up, Sparky's sword. And you go, okay, you ignore that one. You send out a pulse of magic. You pick up Archie's staff because you forgot about that one. Okay, ignore that one.
That's new, right? I forgot to exclude that.
Yep. But you, once you're confident you've excluded every source of magic that the party is carrying, you still get the sense that there's magic here.
Okay.
And apparently you learn the rank or level of the most powerful magical effect the spell detects, because the spell is heightened to 3rd rank.
Mm-hmm.
Third.
And we just got 3rd rank spells as well, right?
Actually, the rank or level.
Oh, what does that mean?
Level 3, which is different from 3rd rank.
Items have
Aren,
levels,
don't
but, like,
remember.
Items have levels. Spells have ranks.
Okay.
A 3rd rank spell is equivalent to a 5th level item.
Okay. Level 3.
Level 3.
Okay. And then I think I would I have to target an object. Okay.
Since you're 5th level and Read Aura is heightened to 3rd rank, you can target up to 10 objects at a time.
Yeah, but I can't target any objects if I don't know what they are, right?
I mean, you can just do what Archie does and target 10 things at random and then another 10
All
things
right.
until you've targeted every fucking thing.
I'm trying to figure out, is there a magical bomb in these here, them thar hills, these here rocks?
Okay.
Before I start, like, I just want to make sure I'm not triggering magically. I can't detect alchemy. That's not a spell in my repertoire. I want to make sure when I'm pulling these bodies out that the only thing killing me will be real rocks falling. And I can take measures to stop the real rocks from falling.
Okay.
With Read Aura, I'm going after bodies that I can see and places that I know bodies will be. And
okay. So while Baroom is doing this, what's everyone else doing? Grom, you continue to hyperventilate and hide around a corner?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. Archie definitely is checking in with Grom. Like, Grom says that, and Archie's like, hey, you doing good? Do you need to back up a bit? Like,
yeah, I'll make sure that we're not being followed.
Okay.
Just gonna make sure we're not.
And then Archie has like Squire like starts to pick him up. Like, hey, do you need like do you want Squire to hang out with you? I can. It's like hands go over, starts hissing, and it's like it's fine.
Will you be comforted by this rabid?
I have my emotional support rock.
You have your pet rock.
Okay, I'll just. She's like, let's go.
Although if you do need Fetch's assistance with this, Fetch can probably help.
Well, we'll see. Archie wants to go forward, and he wants to check out the cave itself from like what is the structural integrity of the remaining cave.
Is it going to continue to collapse?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what skill that would be.
Is it crafting?
I feel like it's more like nature, but also engineering lore seems reasonable.
Yeah, of having like setting up braces and stuff in a mine and knowing, is this going to fall apart while I'm doing this?
Yeah, I mean, mining lore would definitely be much more appropriate, but Grom's a little busy.
Reliving my trauma.
Right. You get the sense that there are definitely some places where you could set up some braces if you had the right materials. You had, uninterrupted pieces of strong material that you could position just so. But also, you probably don't need to. Like, yes, you identify that this could use bracing, but also as long as you're not like mining at these walls, it's probably not going to be a problem.
Okay, yeah, and I think Archie had passed it on. Just like, okay, I think the walls should be okay, but we should not. We should still be careful because this happened once. It might be happening again.
Okay.
Jarelga is clearly doing some kind of mental calculations where it seems like she's trying to map out an alternate route.
Yeah, and I kind of figured a combo of maybe I could say, like, she's got to find us a different path, and there's magic items in there, could convince her, like, this is worth the effort. Also, I don't know if this is a thing. I'm making this up right now. Some sort of, like, pact of, like, miners or in general, like, you bury the dead. You don't have a responsibility to get them out, but, like, respect the people. So I would like to spend some time.
Burying people's a little bit difficult in caves that have, like, stone.
But what do you call the things where you put rocks on people?
Cairn.
Cairn. Yeah, you can do cairns pretty easy, especially if there's a cave in. There's a lot of loose stone. Ouch.
Woof.
Not ouch yet, but it might be.
Yeah, so digging out. I'd even whip out like I have the Spore Shepherd staff, so that's like a
Mhm.
pokey stick, and use that to kind of wedge things out and
Okay.
retrieve
So
bodies.
you are trying to dislodge this wall and
Dislodge the bodies.
sure.
I'm not trying to be clear, like Archie's, from what I've understood from Archie, if we tried to tunnel through this, bad.
It's more that if you tried to mine these solid walls,
Okay.
that bad. Like this is not stable enough for a mining operation, but clearing the tunnel should be fine without a brace.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'd work on getting the bodies out minimum.
Okay.
The only help that I can offer you is material. I have a crowbar and a pick.
And a fetch.
And a fetch.
I would use all three if Archie provided them before he went scouting. Oh, sorry, Grom provided before he went scouting.
All clear back here.
Okay. So the first of the bodies is reasonably easy to remove. It takes a bit of doing to realize that that arm and that leg are attached to the same body, because it is not shaped right anymore. But once you get it out, it is beat to shit. Like, the fucking pile of rocks landed on this corpse. It is battered bloody. And it's still sticky. And also it has no teeth.
But like bloody gums.
Yeah.
Not like teeth in back of throat. Like
No.
no teeth.
No, it's just like, yeah.
Can I recall knowledge like society? I don't even know what this would be. Are there any humanoids with no teeth?
I mean, this is very clearly a human.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
despite being very damaged, this is a human.
All right.
Your
well, I
your
go
brain
look-
and my brain went to two different places because
Uh,
there was a mention of fey creatures, and I'm like, are tooth fairies an evil thing?
Oh my
Um,
god, are the tooth fairies real?
Can
And it's
you-
underground with us.
Can I get you to roll nature?
Ooh,
Whatever. Someone.
bro, the tooth fairies real. Jordan, no! June, if we're fighting the tooth fairy, I swear to fucking god.
No. I assume it's going to be multiple tooth fairies.
So, Grom, you hear, why don't they have teeth? And your first thought is, do they not have teeth, or did the teeth hatch? Because tooth fairies hatch from teeth.
That's worse. I'm gonna need you to take that and like put it in your pocket, save it for a different day,
What's,
different
like-
year.
What is like a normal DC for our level for like a wisdom saving throw?
Like 24, 22 to
Okay.
24-ish.
I'm gonna turn around and go back into the tunnel, steeling myself against my trauma,
Okay.
and explain this to the group.
I
Okay.
throw up in my mouth a little bit.
Okay. So
Careful, that's nutrients for the teeth.
I lick my teeth just to make sure they're
So-
all still present.
So Grom, as you go into the tunnel, you point out some what looks like is probably just like dust, like this white powder that looks like it could have come from a granite or other white rock, and you point out that that's powdered enamel.
Fucking tooth.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out one of those cold iron arrows and grip it by the shaft.
I'm gonna I'm gonna switch my
rips the
equipped
shaft.
knife.
Yep. Firmly.
I am, unless like some, evil teeth fairies start like going for me, I'm going to like paranoidly look around and then continue retrieving more bodies. Also, sorry, pause. No, I'm not. Is there a Pathfinder symbol on this corpse?
Pathfinder Society?
Yeah. It's the glyph of the open road on this corpse.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go looking for 5 to 8 more. Sorry, I had 69 stuck in my head, so I went, no.
Nope, not 68.
Error. 5 to 8 more bodies.
Okay. So you're gonna keep digging for bodies.
Yes, wielding. I'm now using I have my cold iron dagger between my teeth.
Okay.
As I like use crowbar and staff and things to like unwedge rocks and.
Okay. Is anyone helping Baroom with this? Other than
I think Archie's gonna take one of the cold iron arrows and start poking through the corpse's belongings of just like there's a pouch and like lift it open with the arrow and be like, no, like teeth, there's nothing in there. Okay. Just looking for
dentures. Maybe Grom's wrong. Maybe there's like maybe it's just Peepaw lost like an old-timey minor 49er.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely like looking, like open up a pouch and be like, oh, there's like supplies, set pouch to side. Not necessarily going through stuff, just kind of setting things to the side that might be gone through later, and also double checking that there's no just like it's a complete freak accident. The guy there, here's a tooth. It is completely normal and unhatched.
The tooth is unhatched.
I kind of hope that was you lying to me about what happens. Like,
I'm so hoping you rolled a fucking nat one.
Oh, God.
Just because completely buying into this premise is great, especially if it's fake.
Yep.
There's 2 options: Jordan's psychic, which I already know to be true, or June is lying, which I already know to be possible.
Okay. So you're digging people out, you're digging through their belongings, and Drelga just like runs into this tunnel and starts shushing people and grabs a blanket from her pack, presses herself against the wall and covers herself in it and stops moving. There's clearly an urgency to her actions.
Yeah. I follow suit. I trust her. She's our guide.
Would you like to follow the expert?
Yes, follow the expert. Presumably Fetch has been helping us move chunks of rock out of the way of this pile, such that now there are places to actually hide. Yeah. Is what I was about to say. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I have a question.
Sure.
With Project Persona, it does not say anything about getting bonuses or anything for anything.
Mm-hmm.
But mainly of being like, if I turn my clothes suddenly into rock-colored
ammo.
Yeah, just that. Is there? Could it help, or is it purely a flavorful feat?
It feels much more social than it does survival.
Okay. Still, Archie suddenly his clothes turn to like rock looking and just like dives off to the side.
Okay.
Just like trying to hide behind some of the loose rocks.
Okay. So following the expert, you get a +2 circumstance bonus to your stealth. Since Drelga is an expert. Wait.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes. Yeah. So go ahead and roll stealth with a +2 circumstance.
Okay, so if you add the effect to your character, it asks you what skill, and then it asks you the expert's proficiency.
Neat.
And you get a little like the grippy hands.
Neat. And avoid notice is apparently a public check. Of course, I roll hidden because that's just the way I am. I hate how every time I reveal something, like, I have to scroll down to see it on the other thing. Nice. Would you like to hero point that?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely.
Okay. Can we get fetch and maybe Squire?
I was just getting the modifier onto fetch. Oof.
Would you like to hero point that?
Can I use my hero points for fetches rolls?
I don't see why not.
Okay, then I will hero point that.
Okay.
A
Cool.
for effort.
Would you like to hero point that?
How do you roll a 3?
The same way you roll any other number?
Yeah. Like, it's one
Yeah,
of
there's
the
a 5% chance of anything happening.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, let's do it.
That's so much better. That's twice as better.
Oh.
Okay, so you all dive to the sides of this cave as Jarelga runs in and shushes you, and Fetch narrowly manages to resume looking like just a boulder. I think the DC was 17. The DC was 17. As a veritable swarm of buzzing winged creatures float into, more like flow into this this tunnel. So Jarelga is like covering herself. Is everyone else similarly like hiding your face and rendering yourself essentially blind to the situation?
I think I'd pull like the sort of cloak over face thing where you can still see through the fabric, I hope.
Okay.
Like, I do intend to be, like, not blind.
Right.
I don't want any part of this.
Okay, so just fully face covered, do not want,
Yep.
Fuck this noise. Okay.
Don't steal my teeth!
Sit.
Don't
Yeah,
steal my
yeah.
teeth!
Archie's definitely doing the same thing like Jarelga. Just fucking
Okay.
duck down. What the fuck's going on?
Face to the wall, hood up, just fully covered.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Are we attacking? What's going on?
All right. Baroom, give me a perception check with a -3 circumstance. Fuck. South Park Kenny -3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got it. I'm following. So you are able to get a glimpse of these creatures. Like, they are swarming. They're about 4 to 6 inches tall, humaniform, winged, and some of them are carrying metal tools, most of which are hinged in some variety. And you get a decently good look at one of them as it buzzes uncomfortably close to your face.
It's so many levels. Not good. So, in the Pathfinder universe, tooth fairies are armed with dentist implements.
Hang on. Where's the?
They're all armed with pliers.
Tooth fairies build crude pliers from whatever they can find, then go hunting for more teeth.
How many hit points can these tooth fairies have, really?
Let's find out. Here's my problem. What if they have no hit points, but they have the hardness of teeth?
I'd like to think that a well-placed fireball could do wonders here.
I was just going through.
Have you tried to burn teeth? They don't burn.
Just going through, and I am sadly out of AoE. I have no AoEs right now.
Tragic.
C for character.
But you have all successfully evaded notice. And the tooth fairies eventually gather that there are no teeth here to steal. An uncomfortable number of them fly fully inside the mouth of the corpses that you've been able to excavate.
Good thing I can't see that.
Very much just noodling around inside this uncomfortably still wet cavity before the entire swarm flies away.
I have a really bad idea. Jordan can say no. As the person with the highest nature that I know, I have message, and I could be whispering to you, so this is what they look like, and this is what they're doing. What is this? And just describing this to you in... Oh, there's no word limit. It's just a distance limit. And they're whispering directly into your ears.
And you're doing that thing where, like, you're holding the button on the walkie-talkie.
So you can't reply.
So I can't reply to tell you to stop.
Well, because I'm just like whispering very quietly, just because I don't whisper like this, because now I saw the pliers in the teeth. I'm like, I don't have teeth. Okay, so this is what it's doing. I need you to like. Have you ever seen this before? Because you have mining lore. You have nature. Like, you got Arcana. You must know.
I think after like 2 minutes of you just talking and spewing all this stuff that you're seeing, when you finally stop to take a breath, I just shut up, shut up, shut up. I don't want to hear it.
And it's around this time that they actually just fly away. You just leave.
Yep.
Good. The Tooth Fairy exists. And it's terrifying.
They're tooth fairies, and I don't know what maybe they belong to the Bone Court. I don't know. Don't want to find out, but they must like. Would we know? Do all fairies like have a leader?
So it's at this point that I would like to invite Jordan to ask a follow-up question because you critically succeeded your nature check.
Jordan did, not Grom. Jordan did.
So tooth fairies are real.
Also,
and they
I'd like
hatch
to
from
point
teeth.
out that you utterly fucking crushed it. You critically succeeded by 18.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, what? Is there bonuses for critting?
No, but you did roll a 20. You rolled a 20, and the DC was 18 lower than your total.
I feel like you should get a third follow-up if
Well,
you succeed the DC by 20.
Too bad.
How do you kill?
Tooth Fairy?
Yeah.
Well,
Most effective way to kill them.
So the fun thing about teeth is that despite being very hard, they're actually reasonably brittle. So if you hit it with a hammer, they tend to shatter. Because tooth fairies are made of teeth. And also they're fey, so they're weak against cold iron. So they're weak against bludgeoning and cold iron.
Yeah, blunt damage, bludgeoning, and yeah. I give it like a good 5-6 minutes of silence before I even think about uncurling.
Okay. I just reread the Tooth Fairy's tooth tug action.
Excuse me?
I don't know what motherfuckers there are at Paizo who are like, hey guys, what horror can we do today? I know.
The best part is these monsters were in Bestiary 3. Like, they didn't get printed until the third fucking book of monsters. And then some sadistic fuck decided, you know what? They should be in Monster Core. We're going to do the remaster, and they're going to be in the first book of monsters.
They're sadistic geniuses.
Yeah. So they have a melee pliers attack, which just does some bludgeoning damage. But it also subjects you to Tooth Tugs, which has the requirement Tooth Fairy's last action was a successful pliers strike against a creature with teeth. Effect: the Tooth Fairy attempts a thievery check against the creature's fortitude DC, dealing 2 persistent bleed damage on any result other than a critical failure. On a critical success, it also pulls out one of the target's teeth. If the creature loses a tooth, it takes a -1 status penalty to charisma-based skill checks and must succeed at a DC 5 flat check to cast a spell unless that spell has the subtle trait. These effects last for a day or until the stolen tooth is returned and the target regains at least 1 hit point.
Don't steal my teeth!
So Archie's gonna send Squire down to like chill like down the hallway a little ways. But with the specific thing of yell if they are coming back.
I'd like to be a mushroom again. I didn't have teeth.
So, congratulations, you avoided combat with the Tooth Fairy Swarm. Because that's a separate stat block.
That's horrific.
Oh.
Ooh.
And then once everything's place, go back to.
Yeah.
Do we want to keep pulling bodies and?
So this is the thing, right? I think that cairning feels proper, but at this point, I am now like, it's every, every man for themselves down here. Man being subjective, obviously. They got shit. I want the shit. Like like strictly under the auspices of like we could use these resources to survive.
Sure.
How far away did we leave the lizard?
That was
A day and a half.
Yeah, a day and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if a day and a half squeezing through like super tight tunnels was actually like not that far.
I mean, one way or the other, it's a day and a half.
Is it over 500 feet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know how long. I don't watch those videos. I don't know how long it takes those people to squeeze through those holes.
Well, if the squeeze action or activity is any indication, 5 feet per minute, and you travel for about 480 minutes a day. So
if we went back half a day, I could message the lizard, leave your party or dead.
No, it's 5 feet per minute, and there's 480 minutes in a travel day.
I did the math wrong. Got it. Thank you.
It's a half a mile, even if you're just squeezing.
Yep.
So you continue to excavate these bodies and try and make a path forward. As you continue to do so, and I'll just skip to the part where you succeed because there's no checks really to make here. You've already did the hard thing, which was not get your teeth stolen. If you had failed those stealth checks, it would have been combat. Just FYI.
Oh yeah. With a nightmare.
With 3 tooth fairy swarms.
A nightmare.
Sorry,
3 nightmares.
Exact. Thank you. So
1 fireball.
You excavate
2 fireballs.
The corpses, and you find that this was an all-human party of
Darklands?
in Darklands.
Pathfinder Society, do better.
Of 4 adults and 2 children.
Oh. Okay.
The children have signs of their teeth having burst.
Mm-hmm.
Because tooth fairies are born when children are buried, or the teeth of children are buried in areas of strong fey magic.
And then the fairies stole everybody else's teeth.
And they stole everyone else's teeth.
Which, by the way, if you open up that photo of the tooth fairy,
Yeah.
It looks like they just take the teeth they steal and shove them in their own mouths.
It certainly looks like that.
That's what that looks like to me.
Yeah. But I think they transform the teeth into more eggs. Awful, terrible, worst fucking reproduction cycle. Anyway, on the corpses, you are able to find something that is, to your characters, most likely very expected, which is a wayfinder.
Oh, that's the Pathfinder compass, right?
It is. It is the magical compass that Pathfinder Society members carry. This compact compass repurposes ancient technology to draw fantastic powers from the mysterious magical items called Aeon Stones. It serves as a badge of office for agents of the Pathfinder Society and as a status symbol among adventurers of any stripe. A wayfinder functions as a compass. An indentation in the middle of a wayfinder can hold a single Aeon Stone. Placing an Aeon Stone in this indentation provides you all the benefits of having the Aeon Stone orbiting your head, but it protects the stone from being noticed or stolen as easily. You invest a Wayfinder and the Aeon Stone within it simultaneously, and they count as only one item towards your investiture limit. An invested Aeon Stone slotted in a Wayfinder also grants its resonant power. If you have more than one Wayfinder with an invested Aeon Stone in your person, destructive interference prevents you from getting the benefits from any of them. Embedded in this Wayfinder is a Dusty Rose Prism Aeon Stone. So I'm just going to slap these items onto Baroom's sheet for lack of a better place to put them. Did that do any? I dragged it to your sheet. It didn't show up. That's cool. Wayfinder, put it in. There we go. And Stone Dusty Rose Prism. There we go. So the Dusty Rose Prism allows you to cast the first rank shield cantrip as an arcane innate spell surrounding yourself in pink energy. And its resonant power, which you have access to if it's embedded in the Wayfinder, increases the damage prevented by the shield spell from 5 to 10, as if it were cast as a third rank cantrip. That's the thing you found. That's
Okay.
the level 3 magic you found.
Okay. Are they personalized for the person?
Nope.
Like, are there initials on it or anything?
Nope.
And are there any identifying, like, we can bring news of their death to their families on these parties' corpses?
Like, the fantasy medieval settings don't really have the idea of, like, a state identification.
But there's, like, lockets and there's, like, letters and...
I would say that there are effects on their persons that, given some significant effort, you could probably deduce maybe where to take this shit. And I mean, worst case scenario, you take it to the nearest Pathfinder Society field office and
There's probably one in High Helm.
describe
Okay.
these people, and the society might have an idea of who the fuck they were.
There was a group of... How many of them are there? 6 or 9?
There are
You
6.
said 4 adults.
4
6.
adults, 2
Okay.
children.
No, okay. A party
And these
of
are
4
not
adults and
halflings. These are not gnomes. These are human children.
Human children, 4 adults, 2 children with a lizard named Smog went into the Darklands. That's probably enough identifying information.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much more
It's-
work would it be to get through the cave in?
At this point, not much.
Okay.
This will basically be the day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
And it's just the one Aeon Stone. No one else has any.
why?
Archie can make an Aeon weird.
What is that?
A what?
That's a weird.
Basically, I can use the stone without a Wayfinder. But
How
I can
fuck do
also
you
have a
spell that?
Wayfinder.
It's not showing up.
WYRD.
That's what I searched. It's not showing up. What the fuck? It's not in the search everything. Oh, it's in player code 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, do we not have that in the search everything box?
I don't think so. I haven't updated the system in a while.
Don't fuck with the system that's working.
It's too lower than normal.
Whoa. This doesn't interfere with any Wayfinder you invest. That's... Oh, what the fuck?
Yes. Oh yeah. No. If we find Aeon stones, Squire's becoming an Aeon weird at level 6.
Cool.
Because at that point, it will cost me only 1 ability point to do that.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
And it'll just be a marten with a stone in its forehead.
Oh, God. Hate it.
I love it.
It also loses its land speed.
Yeah, but
Aeon Weird has the feature, can't walk.
you'll just
Only
uncomfortably
floats.
fly everywhere.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, maybe you should be on the lookout for more Aeon Stones. So, Jarelga is going to advise that even though we're all tired and it was a lot of work to clear this tunnel, we should move some considerable distance before camping so that Tooth Fairies.
Can I cairn? Is it any work to cairn the bodies?
I mean, is it any work? Yes. Is it considerable? Not really. You just stack some rocks on them.
Okay. Sorry. Is it really time consuming, or can we just like as part of clearing just?
You could probably do it
move
as
on?
part of clearing. Just make
Yeah.
sure that you move all the bodies in roughly the same place, and then as you're clearing, make sure you put the rocks there instead of elsewhere.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you bunk down for the night.
Far away.
Far away, but also like a lot longer after having woken up than is reasonably comfortable. And tonight's conversation is Grom and Jarelga. And she's just like snacking and pokes you awake with her foot. And as you come to and she's like putting her food away, getting ready to lay down to sleep, she's like, the fuck's your deal?
I was in a cave-in a few years ago, and I was the only one to survive.
A worm destroyed my city and I was the only one to survive.
So you can imagine that seeing broken bodies sticking out of a rock slide might have been a little triggering.
Yeah. Did you lose your sister too?
I didn't know until much later that I wasn't actually the only one to survive, but I almost lost my brother. He lost a limb, but was far enough away from the center of the rock slide to be clear of it.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. You're forgiven.
Thanks. It wasn't really an apology.
So were you like, were you trapped for a while? Because
Yeah, I don't know if it was days or weeks. Time kind of moves weird when you're stuck in a small chamber underground,
yeah,
talking to any inanimate object that you think will talk back.
I started talking to a uvula.
I started talking to a mushroom, and then it followed me back to High Home.
So did you like make the mushroom do stuff?
You could ask them yourself.
That's a rock. You know that's a rock, right?
Yes. Baroom.
That's a dwarf.
Now.
Adventures are so weird. I ate my inanimate friend.
I don't think they would have appreciated that.
Also, glowing mushrooms are famously poison.
Yeah, but if you're stuck in a hole for weeks, you might not care at some point. You're just hungry.
I have a point of clarification. Archie, when in your use of project persona, is the adamantine echo just always hidden?
Um, now actually, now that they've left and they're not around High Helm all the time, it's he's probably started to have more like I'm an adventurer gear, just like random armor looking bits, which would then like start to be like, nope, I got this pauldron here, and actually letting that be.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, and just to clarify, I was an adventurer at that point. Adventuring came after.
Mm-hmm. I got no room to talk. I guess I'm an adventurer now. I mean, I'm reasonably certain I used that to cut my way out of the worm. And she points to the armor shard that is Archie's pauldron.
Huh. It's quite the coincidence.
Yeah, I've been wondering about that.
Where is the tomb of the worm's stomach?
Is what?
Is the Sky King's tomb the worm's stomach?
If you're wondering about it, all you gotta do is ask Archie. I'm sure he'll tell you.
I mean, all I know is I found some hunk of metal inside the worm's gullet, and it worked when my dagger didn't. And it had like weird dwarven faces on it like that.
That is a pretty important piece of metal, historically speaking. But really, Archie's the expert on this.
So
You
that
should.
dagger you've got, apparently. I found that too.
Hmm. It shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, I kind of wish it wasn't. So how'd you two get saddled with a gnome? I mean, you dwarves look down on us, so.
Only literally. I don't understand what you're asking. Since I've been on this adventuring path, it's been me and Baroom and Archie. Even Fetch came later.
Yeah, but just socioeconomically, gnomes are disadvantaged. Surely you understand that. Constantly having to prove our worth in new avenues. And we don't have decades of experience in anything.
I hadn't considered that. Archie talks about jumping from obsession to obsession as if it's a positive thing.
He must not spend much time with long-lived people like you.
Definitely some food for thought.
And once again, she'll just lay down, turn over, ignore you.
Pops in, has deep thoughts, and says, I'm going to bed now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna let you ponder your privilege. Fuck you. Good night. Jarelga confronts Grom with his own privilege.
After Grom bears his soul about his survivor guilt.
Yes.
Yeah, just add salt to that wound. That's cool.
Yeah.
She does seem the type, though.
And she wonders why dwarves look down on gnomes. She's not helping this at all.
Ah, yes. Making one person the complete, stand-in for their entire people. Yep.
We're not going to use Archie as the role model here.
Nope.
All right.
Taking notes on the day because I haven't been. I want to make sure I have notes for.
That was day 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I have my count right. So that's 25th Rova, 6th, 7th, 8th. All right, that's 29th Rova, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So 30th Rova, day 6 of travel. Given how much time we have remaining in the session, I'm going to go ahead and say that this will be the last day of travel, meaning that whoever volunteers to do the cinematography on this one will get a hero point for next session. So today, given how much physical labor there was yesterday, today the mood is exhaustion. What kinds of terrain does the world throw at you on a day when your muscles already hurt?
Oh, Oh, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
just want to say before we start with travel, I want to make sure that when we first get up in the morning, I want to pull Baroom aside and just thank them for what they did yesterday, for laying to rest those peoples that were unceremoniously ended.
Caved in. Yeah, I think that Baroom is trying to understand what being a dwarf means, and like on some level is kind of make like same as they did for like their understanding of being a bard, is kind of making it up as they go along, and if it feels right, going with it. And like being laid to rest under a pile of rubble like that is not the correct way to inter someone in stone. And that is like they're like, yeah, it is, the correct way to do things in stone. Like they're kind of commit to this thing. I've only been one for like 3 weeks, maybe a month now. But and I, Aren, am being a little bit glib about it, but Baroom is very serious. On the travel note, I had an idea. If
Okay. Yeah.
no one else did.
I just wanted to do that conversation thing.
Absolutely. I do not know the word. I think it's scree is the literal technical term. It's basically like shale style rock that is loose and slides on itself.
Yep.
Ah, yeah, it's scree.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I am so glad that I earned. Yeah. So yeah. I would say that the path has like obviously been sort of continuously going down, or like there were brief like little like 30-foot drops where we'd like do a little bit of climbing and just drop at over points, but today is a pretty consistent downward slope, like just a steep enough grade that you want to hold on to the wall, but we're just passing through a level of stone that is just a night. Like you have to engage your core, your knees, your thighs to keep an even footing, and any slip, first of all, makes a lot of like those very terrifying avalanche noises, which pisses Jorelga off because like noise. But then also every slide, you're like, if I'm at the back of the party, I could very easily take out everybody with this. And like just that constant clenching and like using the wall, every joint that's already tired is just like even more so. And it's got to be slow, and you have to mentally be checked in as well. You can't just walk and think, because every step has to be thoughtful. Like that, just any breaks, you look back up and you can see where we came from, and it's not far enough.
Okay. I dig it. Well done.
You don't dig it. You slide off of it and die.
Shut up. No, that was really well done. I applaud that absolutely. Like my legs hurt thinking about it.
Yeah. Heard, never experienced that there are certain segments of the Grand Canyon, like certain hike downs that have that walk. That's like just terrible.
It sounds terrible. Like I've done enough cross country running that like I know that hills are the worst, even downhill. Downhill fucking sucks. And typically my strategy is to just let gravity carry me, and I'll deal with it when I get to the bottom. That's not a thing you can do when gravity is going to carry you hundreds of feet.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking awful.
I'm just like fucking, I'm so psyched that I used the word scree and Pathfinder has it in the back pocket. I'm geeked out about that.
Absolutely nailed it. You get a hero point for next session. Very much so. God, that sounds fucking awful. I cannot get over how terrible that sounds. I have no notes. I got nothing. You're absolutely right. Jorelga is she's not pissed when people like make rocks slide, but she still like cringes and does her best to like plant herself, quiet her surroundings, and get a sense of what's going on. Yeah, who heard that? Yeah. And at times she advises, like, okay, it's going to make more noise, but we're all going to make our way over to this rocky outcropping so that we can just hide from anything that might be flying overhead in the darkness that may have heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Awful. Tonight's conversation is the only remaining pair of people who haven't had a conversation, which is Archie and Baroom.
Oh, shit. I was like, who hasn't talked yet? Okay.
On days 1, 3, and 5, people had conversations with Jorelga. I don't know if you caught that.
I honestly assumed you rolled dice. I didn't know you thought it so thoroughly.
I did roll dice,
okay.
and then I was like, wait. Swap those two.
Okay.
And then some of the conversations just like worked out perfectly. I was like, oh, these two people have something to talk to about the thing that happened today.
Unless you had a different thought, Archie, I think Baroom would try and, in the quick moment we have, like, incite your, like, quest for Sky sort of thing, but specifically about, like, on a metaphysical level, right? The dwarves quested for Sky and went up, and we're reverse. We are questing for, like, the depths. What do you hope to find in the middle? Like, that's, I think, like, we're heading for the middle of Quest for Sky, right? On halfway up, halfway down, that's kind of where we're heading. You know, we have, like, an idea about, like, the end goal. I hadn't thought about the middle at all. Like, what do you think that even looks like? I think is what Baroom would, because, like, as Baroom would ask, because I think is an academic in the dwarven sort of research archives, the High Helm archives, whatever. Baroom's been invested that in, like, an academic sense, and I don't think talked about it with Archie because they haven't thought about it.
Archie definitely, like, pulls out his notebook and starts, like, flipping through pages and is like, well, so we know the dwarves, like, on their way up, there were, right, because there are periods where they stopped. You know, not, like, the quest was always ongoing, but there are times where they rested, they had to regroup, they had to get ready for the next leg of travel. And if we happen to be on one of those routes, if we actually could come across an area, like actually find somewhere they had set up, I personally, I don't know if that's ever been found. If people have found the ancient towns, camps, small cities, whatever was made along the route, there could be history there that no one knows.
Yeah, not even, like, what dwarves were doing all that time underground, but, like, I'm assuming they settled for, like, a generation. Maybe not a generation, but, like, a human lifetime. Like, a quick pause for a dwarf could be, like, 50 years.
Yeah. But
okay,
we could find, truthfully, we could find questions that we haven't even thought needed to be asked. We could answer the big questions immediately and then realize those big questions were just small questions and we actually need to be looking at something entirely different.
okay. Yeah, and I think Baroom would just like, not in so many words, but like express to you, Archie, like, I love that your hope is that we find more clues to bigger questions. I love that, like, about the way that you think. It's really cool. Like, I appreciate your like brain on that level.
Oh, we always have to move forward, or
Yeah.
we have to move in unexpected ways, and more questions always leads in directions we did not plan.
And I think then Baroom would be like, "That's so cool. All right, good night. Go to sleep. Lie down. You have to sleep." And then go to their watch.
Archie's like still like going through
No.
his notebook.
Under a blanket with a flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sleeping. Just let me.
All right. Well, might be able to get through another day, but I think we'll just call it there. I like that ending. I feel like that's a good end to the session. I'm happy with the amount of ground we covered. I'm trying to think, just before we end, what skill would be most appropriate for like figuring out how far and in what direction that you've traveled as a whole.
Can I use a spell?
Do you has a spell?
I has know the way.
Dear God. what does that spell does?
I immediately know which direction is north and can choose a location I was at within the last week to know what direction it lies in. So reverse engineering that. If I know where I was, I can tell where I went, sort of thing.
Wow. Okay. And you can even like move a few hundred feet and triangulate.
I wouldn't if we're on that. If we're still in like, or if back the way we came is like scree shit, I'm not fucking touching. Get I'm tired.
But like you could literally use that spell to triangulate.
Yeah, you could, but it's a week, so
Yeah.
we are on the. And I could use it to triangulate, but we are at the end of its usefulness to get back to the entrance to the Darklands from High Hell.
Right. Cool.
But no, I would use it like I imagine Know the Way is magically sketching in the dirt. And like going, well, I know this way is north. And like this is kind of the direction like everything back the home is. So but it explicitly does not allow it does not explicitly say anything about depth or distance, just direction.
Sure.
So I can like sort of lay that out and contribute that to the sort of math of what we're trying to figure out. That's my contribution to the thought process.
I'm trying to pull up the Pathfinder Wiki interactive map of the world so I can actually measure things. And
the Pathfinder Wiki interactive map of the world has depth?
No, but I know what part of the world you're underneath right now.
You motherfucker, that's so cool.
I also happen to know how deep you've traveled. But the Pathfinder Wiki is having Cloudflare problems, so I'm literally getting a blue globe. Jesus. And when I refresh the page, it says SSL handshake failed. Visit cloudflare.com for more information.
I love that you know what that means.
What?
You have it. I would just got it's broken.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm honestly wondering if Cloudflare is fucked. Because that happens sometimes. Oh, yeah. No. Cloudflare looks reasonably I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. I was trying to get a sense of actually how far you've traveled, and I got nothing now. It's a bunch. Basically, what I was going to sort of reverse engineer is I know under what part of the world Candlestone Caverns are, and I was going to basically just divide the distance by how many days out of how many days there will be, and figure out where the fuck you're at and see what the distance is. But the fucking interactive map is broken, so fuck me, I guess. So that's a useless question, and I've wasted time.
To the list.
Yeah. Yeah, add it to the list. How far have you traveled, and is the module dumb? Because it says that you can get to Candlestone Caverns in 2 weeks, and it says that it's under this part of the world, and is that a reasonable trek even if you did fucking overland travel? I don't know. I forgot. I didn't think to measure it earlier today. I looked at it and I'm like, holy shit, that's far, but I didn't actually measure, so I don't know how many miles it is. But that's where we'll end today, I suppose. And we'll pick up with day 7, or first Lamashon. Apparently that's how that's pronounced. I would have pronounced it Lamashon. Lamashon. But there's a pronunciation guide right here, and it says Lamashon. Lamashon?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sahuagin.
Sahuagin. Fuck.
Fucking Matt Mercer.
The-
Mark Mercer. I
Yeah,
apologize.
fuck you, Mark. Did you see the extended video?
How long is the extended?
5.5 minutes.
Okay, then yes.
I didn't go back and rewatch it.
It was so unpleasant. Oh, this was released like 3 days ago.
Oh, okay.
It was so unpleasant.
As a DM, it was unpleasant?
Yes.
Okay.
We can talk about that in a few minutes after we
Sure.
finish up here.
Yeah.
To the list.
Yeah.
Conversation topics.
Well, thanks for being here, everybody. Have fun with the I don't know why that's where the next sentence went. My brain stopped functioning. Thanks for being here, and if you're watching us on Twitch, check us out on YouTube. Where the hell is my phone? Please stop talking. I put you on Do Not Disturb. If you're watching us on Twitch, check us out on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, check us out on Twitch. We're live every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we also have a Discord server you can join at discord.thegildedtroll.tv. I am working on getting it to work with HTTPS, but in the meantime, you need http://discord.thegildedtroll.tv. I'm trying to fix it because it's bad, and no one has any fucking clue what HTTP means versus HTTPS. No one even knows that they exist. No one.
I know.
Go ahead.
No. I know about as much as that as SSL handshakes. So.
Hilariously, HTTPS is SSL.
Well, there you go.
The S in HTTPS is secure, and the first S in SSL is secure.
Okay.
So when you have an HTTPS connection, you use an SSL secure handshake. SSL is the secure socket layer. I was a web dev in a previous career. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, I guess.
Bye-bye.